Welcome back, everyone. We are thrilled to continue this incredible journey with you all today. Yesterday, we witnessed amazing creativity, inspiring ideas, and powerful discussions. And today, we are ready to keep that momentum going. Let us get ready for another round of activities. But before that, let's take a moment to revisit some key moments from yesterday's meeting.
We will begin today's session with presentations from the second group of schools scheduled for today. Yesterday's presentations were highly informative and showcased your dedication towards Earth stewardship. I would like to call our friends from Gymnasia Maribor School, Slovenia, to start this exciting segment. We request the presenters to turn on their cameras and mic and share their screens to get started. If the presenters from Gymnasia Maribor School present here, please turn on your cameras and mics, please. And you may present your PPTs. I guess you're not audible. You can check your connectivity and mic again. Do you have your presentation access? Can you share your screens? I guess the presenters from Gymnasia Maribor School are not able to present right now. For the time being, we'll move on to the second school. So next we have Sekolah Seri Puteri School, Malaysia. We request the presenters to turn on their cameras, mics, and share their screens.
You may start presenting, please.
Are they not able to?
I guess our friends from Sekolah Seri Fateri School, Malaysia, are having some technical glitches. So we'll move on. Next, our friends from
Sorry, I
Cornish
just
School,
regained my
Lithuania.
connection.
Please turn on your cameras and mics and share your screen.
Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, we
ma'am,
can
you're
hear.
audible.
Yes,
You
we
can
can.
continue. Yeah, I apologize for the internet in the connection just now. I just received my internet connection and I'm ready to present. Sure. You may continue. All right. Thank you so much. Just give me a second to get my presentation slides and I'll be good to go. Sure, ma'am. Take your time. Can you all see my screen? Yes, ma'am. It's visible. All right. So I'll be starting my presentation in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon, I bid the future changemakers and founders of said changemakers. As citizens of a dying Earth, we all have acknowledged that such actions must be taken to preserve our habitat. However, due to the lack of initiativity, such inaction has been occurring so much that the main victim, our future generations, won't even know what to do to save themselves. Don't fret, we still have time to prevent worse damage as seen by this news. That's why in Scholarship Putri Malaysia, we firmly believe that such action should be educated and encouraged since young to stimulate initiative stakeholders for a better tomorrow. Now, what have we done to save the planet? We have outlined these 8 major practices that our school has tremendously been working towards. For every practice, we have also outlined sustainable development goals that each practice that we have catered to. Now we will go through each of these and showcase to you all what our school has been doing to foster future environment saving leaders. So for our first practice, which is energy saving, under this project, we utilize the use of energy saving bulbs and HVLS fans as a cheaper and more sustainable alternative as opposed to traditional air conditioners and fluorescent lights. Next practice. Sorry? Is that Is there any problem with the presentation? Okay, I'll continue. For our next practice, it's just under resource conservation. Now, most people think that such practices are only carried out by the students and teachers, but no, our cafeteria has also been practicing sustainability. We have interviewed the people running the cafeteria, and they have told us that first, they reuse their cooking oil, but not in the way you think. They reuse their cooking oil for other needs, such as tar oil. Second, they also segregate their rubbish into 2 categories, which are plastics and non-plastics. The plastics will be stored in a small warehouse and will be picked up by a supplier to a recycle center weekly. This is the plastics that our cafeteria has given to the recycle center, and each week they will send to the center for it to be recycled.
Now moving on to practice 3. Scholarship Portrays Dining Hall is well equipped with the installation of solar lights, so the frequently used area for our night preparation classes is well lit. Next, for practice 4, which is under promoting sustainable transport, we undergo carpooling. Carpooling is a common practice amongst teachers and their children, which perpetually reduces carbon emissions and sound pollution. Now for our 5th practice, energy procurement and management of supply chain. Now here at SSP, our dining hall serves 5 meals daily up to 800 students per day with all kinds of preferences. That's why our dining hall has adapted to green practices. Our supplier, Sri Ternakmark, is a certified green practitioner. Next up for practice 6. Dining hall food waste to poultry feed. Our dining hall has also catered to sustainability. For example, food leftovers will be sent to poultry feed, specifically chickens. They will be put in plastic bags at the back of the hall, as you can see here on the screen, and for every morning, the supplier will come and take it to the chicken farm. Now, next up, practice 7, creating a sustainable campus infrastructure. Now, with species of plants around the school grounds, a team we call Hankebun was formed to manage our numerous plants and flowers. All right, last but foremost, for practice 8, community involvement. Now, Scholarship Portrait has carried out a distinctive activity that did wonders for our environment and community. What we have done, we have visited indigenous communities in SK Sungai Melo in Sepang, and we have educated them about the vitality of the environment and ways to live sustainably. We have also carried out an environmental abatement activity to ensure comfort and security of these communities. Now, this activity is very significant because not only did these students actually get a hold on how important the environment and education is, it also eliminates the stigma that indigenous communities only exist in East Malaysia. And that's all from Scholarship Putri Malaysia. Before we say goodbye, we hereby stand with what ESS has been advocating. We believe that we have the power to change the narrative. I would also like to thank the organizers of this prestigious program for giving us the golden opportunity to represent our school and country. Thank you for your kind attention and hope you enjoyed.
Thank you so much for our presentation. We would now like to invite again the school from Slovenia, that is Gymnasia Maribor School. You may start presenting.
Hello. Greetings from Gymnasia Maribor. Today we will be presenting how our school nurtures sustainability. We are proud members of the Eco School program, which is an internationally recognized program that encourages schools to become more sustainable and environmentally conscious. Students, teachers, parents, and the community collaborate to improve sustainability. Schools follow steps like forming an eco committee, creating an action plan, in monitoring our progress. We earn international recognition for successfully implementing eco-friendly initiatives. Activities include recycling, energy saving, water conservation, and biodiversity projects. Environmental topics are integrated into the school curriculum to inspire responsibility and global citizenship. We are also part of the Erasmus project, Think Globally, Act Locally. The name of the project is rooted in real, on-the-ground activities within the immediate local environments of the project's participant members. these are Slovenia, Norway, Poland, Slovakia. The focus is on student engagement in areas of sustainable development, social responsibility, and environmental care. Students in our school have planted trees in areas with polluted air near Krakow, symbolically contributing to addressing air quality issues in collaboration with students from Poland. Students engage in efforts to help war refugees from Ukraine in Poland. Students spend time with homeless individuals in industrial parts of Maribor, offering support and connection. Students provided educational assistance to children from ethnic minorities and communities in Slovenia. In Norway, Gjøvik, students explored the environmental aspects of developing a healthy lifestyle and societal sustainability. Here we have some images for you. Multipliers. The 3-year Multipliers project aims to expand opportunities for science learning by fostering collaboration among students, schools, families, communities, civil society organizations, informal educational providers, universities, media, and industry. The project has established open science communities in 6 countries: Germany, Cyprus, Spain, Slovenia, Sweden, and Italy, involving various stakeholders to innovate science education. In Slovenia, the project is coordinated by the University of Ljubljana, Faculty of Education. OSC partners work together to promote meaningful and sustainable science education in formal, informal, and non-formal settings, addressing ethical and societal priorities. The project is funded by the EU Horizon 2020 program for research and innovation. We also have yearly school-based project in which students can participate. We have a second-hand shop in which students have brought clothes that would otherwise be discarded, but now have been given a chance to be reused. We have fun ways to get to school, which focus on sustainability in transports. Students come with different, more sustainable means of transport, such as a bike, skateboard, rollerblades, etc. YPAC, Youth Parliament of the Alpine Convention, is also an organization in which we partake. It is focused on the countries in the Alpine region, which together in a parliament setting seek solutions for issues in the region. Climate change action, debates, roundtable discussions, demonstrations, and lectures are held for students to be active members of their environment.
Thank you for this amazing presentation. Next.
Thank you for your time.
Not an issue.
Next, our friends from Kaunas Waldorf School, Lithuania. Please turn on your cameras and mics and share your screen.
Čia? Aha. Ir dabar jung prezentacija, čia paspausk. Aha. Ir dabar present. Tikrai nueik į pirmą skaidrę, gerai?
Okay, hello everyone. Today, so I am Saula.
I am Radvile.
And today we are going to present the best practices in environmental protection in Kaunas Waldorf School, our school. Let's begin with some Earth stewardship. Environmental stewardship is the responsibility we all have to take in protecting and preserving our planet for future generations. It involves the careful use and management of natural resources, reducing waste, and minimizing adverse impact on the environment. Firstly, to begin with, we'd like to say a few words about our school. Kaunas Waldorf School is an independent school which is located in the second largest city of Lithuania, Kaunas, which you can see on the map. It is a relatively small school from nursery to high school with 372 students in total, and its pedagogics is based on Austrian philosopher Rudolf Steiner's ideas, who began the biodynamic movement in 1924 and developed his holistic ecological and ethical approach towards nature, farming, gardening, food, and nutrition.
Taking this opportunity, we would like to share several practices that our Kaunas Waldorf School has so far developed.
Plastic Pirate is a large-scale citizen science initiative aimed at tackling plastic waste pollution in rivers, waterways, and other bodies in water. In 2022 to 23, a new citizen science project was successfully launched in Lithuania, aiming to strengthen scientific cooperation in Europe, promote citizen engagement in scientific activities, raise environmental awareness, and reduce negative environmental impacts. Our school was also part of this project when our students had the possibility to perform live water-testable experiments looking for microplastics in water. The students focused not only on the plastic waste problem and future handling of it, but also aimed to familiarize young people with sustainable living habits.
Another project that our school has largely contributed to was the reuse of products from secondary raw materials. In collaboration with the community, a campaign was carried out where the students collected used textiles, namely discarded jeans, and transformed them into completely new product. This is how our new hammocks appeared, which you can see at the picture at the moment. By making their own design and sewing the fabric, the students created marvelous hammocks that belonged to the life of discarded denim material. Another one initiative that we contribute with great care and responsibility is minimizing food waste. Not only the staff of the canteen, but also the students and the whole community are highly involved in this campaign. There's an option for the food size portion served, and most importantly, all the leftover food is given to private farms and fed it in livestock animals.
Last but not least, our school is involved in the campaign of clothing donation. This particular event is initiated by the students and is a perfect opportunity not only to give clothing a second life, that is, swapping helps keep garments in use longer, reducing waste in landfills, conserving resources, and lowering greenhouse gas. Moreover, clothes is a sustainable way to refresh our wardrobes without contributing to the impacts of fast fashion. Most importantly, this is also an appropriate opportunity to support low-income families. To sum up, our school will continue to participate in environmentally friendly projects and take action to prevent irresponsible wastage of earthly resources. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your amazing presentation. Next up, we have Gymnasium Fridolin Nad Ostravity School from Czech Republic. We request the presenters to turn on their cameras, mics, and share their screens.
If I can ask you if it's possible to allow us to share the screen, if it's possible.
Sure, we'll do that.
Thank you.
You might be able to share your screens now.
Yes, thank you. Can you see the presentation now?
Yes.
Okay, so hello, I'm Batcha. And right now.
Hello, I'm Batcha.
And I, Amelia.
We are from the high school in the Friedland nad Ostravity in the Czech Republic. In this presentation, we would like to show you how our school gets involved in environmental protection.
We have been involved in various ecological projects, and in this presentation, we would like to show you 4 of them.
So the first presentation is about an ecological excursion to the near Friedeck landfill and separation line. The first stop was at the separation facility. First, the garbage is separated into categories. Then, a huge pressing machine presses plastic into big plastic cubes. Then, the plastic is processed further in factories producing new items.
In these pictures, you can see the presser, the separation line, and the big plastic cubes.
The second stop was at the actual landfill. Organic material, asphalt, wood, glass, and metal is separated and processed. Sorted waste is sold.
Here you can see the top of the landfill.
Polystyrene is also processed and reused.
Here are some benefits of sorting out garbage. First, isolating waste from the environment.
Composting organic material.
Landfill gas is collected and turned into energy, which can power lights or houses.
Protection of the environment.
Plastic, paper, glass, and materials are recycled and reused as a new product.
We also plant trees, specifically beeches and firs. This is the slope where we plant the trees.
Here is the process of planting the trees. So first you have to find the right place for a new tree. Then you must clean your place and make a hole about 30 centimeters deep and put the tree into the hole. Finally, you put the soil you dug up around the new tree.
There are some photos that we took during the planting. We are able to see some skulls of animals that live in this area.
Here you can see how the trees are protected against those animals. The small trees are painted before being planted so the animals would not eat it.
We will stay around animals. Now something about helping frogs migrate. Our school also participates in mapping frog migration and saving the frogs. In March, the migration starts. Frogs breed in the water. Near the lake, there is a road where most of the frogs die trying to cross it. A fence that frogs cannot cross is made, so we must pick them. Migration takes about a week.
Here are some pictures of frogs, and below you can see the fence. And our last presentation is about a project called What is in My Pocket? So how many of you have a phone in your pocket? I guess most of you.
Here are some statistics. The Czech Statistical Office estimates that there are 12 million old unused mobile phones in Czech households. Recycling old mobile phones is important for the protection of the environment and preserving valuable raw materials that are used in the production of new devices.
Now something about phone's composition. A mobile phone contains dozens of metals. It contains microchips too. Overall, plastic is the most widely used material.
We also did an experiment. Here you can see the results. But don't worry, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. There are several options how to deal with a used mobile phone. First, you can hand over the mobile phone in the red e-waste container.
Or you can sort it out in the collection yard.
You can also use the purchase of old phones.
Or you can take the old phone back to the dealer who will take care of the disposal.
Finally, you can use one of the services of one of the non-profit organizations. And that was our last presentation.
Thank you so much for listening.
Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, dear friends.
Next, Zhukovsky English School number 3, Russia, We request the presenters to turn on their cameras, mic, and share their screens to get started.
Hello, may you turn on the opportunity to show my screen? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
we can
you're
hear you.
audible. We've given you the presenter access.
Thanks.
Our friends from Gymnasium Fridland Nath Ostravici, please remove your screen. You can present now, ma'am.
I don't have an opportunity to do it. There is no just such a function.
Ma'am,
Can
you
you
are the
give it to me?
presenter. You can share your screen.
Yeah, now I can. So, hello, I'm Tamara Tamasyan, a student of 10th grade in Zhukovsky School number 3. And our 4 teams have recently participated in Earth Stewardship Summit 2024. But this is not the only way our school shows its eco-consciousness. First of all, energy-saving lamps are used in our school to reduce the amount of electricity it consumes. The thing is, 15% of the emissions which lead to greenhouse effect, which of course destroys our planet, are caused by excessive usage of electricity. Besides, in our schools there is a tradition. The students of primary school plant trees and flowers every year. They also make some birdhouses, so they taught how to treat the environment in a right way from the very young age. The students of secondary school usually clean the city, school, and the forest areas from rubbish, as you can see in the photos. They also join waste sorting programs in the neighborhoods. And everyone in our school sorts out the rubbish by throwing it into the container which of corresponding color. Everywhere in our schools there are such containers to sort out the rubbish. And of course, some events aimed at expanding the knowledge of students in this field are held in our school. So everyone knows, everyone learns how to treat our environment, how to take care of it. And just to sum up, our school can't stand aside and ignore the problems which our planet is going through right now. The life on land and below water is in our hands. So every contribution is really important. Every contribution makes a difference. So I want to ask you, just remember that sustainability is not just an option how to make our life better. No, sustainability is our obligation. And Even if you think that something is a real minutiae, I'll tell you that it's not. Every minutiae you do will result. And that's why we must work all together to save our planet from total pollution. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you all for attention.
Thank you so much for our presentation. Before we proceed with the leftover presentations, we would like to take a moment to address an important update. Yesterday, due to unforeseen technical issues, we missed out on a much anticipated speech by our esteemed keynote speaker, Ms. Flore Morgan. Let's hear from an expert in this field who will share her valuable insights on sustainability and the future of our planet. We are honored to welcome you, ma'am. Ms. Florgan, a former an English civilian teacher, and a dedicated trainer of teachers in France and overseas. Currently, she volunteers with organizations advocating for environmental protection, wildlife preservation, and the safeguarding of natural resources. Welcome, ma'am.
Hello, everybody. You can hear me and see me well? I guess so. Okay. Well, that's a wonderful summit. Congratulations to all the organizers. It's a great honor to participate in this summit organized by St. Mark's School, and I thank you for inviting me. The summit is a clear sign that the protection of our planet is one of the missions of education at St. Mark's School. I will focus on the current international bodies that are working for the protection of our planet Earth. And because this Earth Summit takes place in this school, I will tell you about the importance of global projects for youth. Slide number 2. The United Nations Environment Programme has been approved by 193 countries. So it includes developed and developing countries. It sets a global agenda for the environment and defines policies to address environmental challenges. In 2024, the United Nations took some resolution dealing with vital environmental issues. Among them, they promoted sustainable lifestyles. They gave advice on a sound management of chemicals and waste. They promoted a cooperation to improve air quality globally. They warned about highly hazardous pesticides. They maintained the effort to protect the ocean to tackle climate change, to stop marine biodiversity loss and pollution. All these issues affect all of us. International reflection and cooperation are necessary if we want to stop wasting the Earth's resources and prepare a healthy world for the future generation. The United Nations hold international conferences on climate regularly. The Paris Conference is a landmark since it rallied nations around the agreement to limit the Earth's temperature's rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. There are also specific international gatherings like COP16 hosted in Colombia in October 2024, focusing on biodiversity. These are slides 5, 6, and 7. Slides 5, 6, and 7. Our planet is called the blue planet because 70% of its surface is covered with water. Therefore, one of the goals this organization puts forward is the preservation of ocean. The next conference on oceans will be hosted in France in June 2025, co-organized by Costa Rica. It will aim at fostering urgent action to conserve oceans and seas and use marine resources sustainably. So there are international intergovernmental organisms that constantly meet to find solutions to protect planet Earth. And there are citizens represented in civil society groups who help define actions that contribute to protecting nature. Slide number 8. The United Nations has a specific panel which publishes reports on assessing science related to climate change. Their reports are neutral and can be used in international negotiation to tackle climate change. One of these reports shows that an amplified warming of the polar regions is affecting the whole planet and contributes to global sea level rise. Oceans are interconnected, and when the temperatures rise in northern seas and on the northern pole, the southern hemispheres, and particularly small islands, are threatened. Therefore, small island representatives have only one resort left, assessing their demands to the International Court of Justice. It's slide number 9. Slide number 9. Public hearings in the obligation of states in respect of climate change were held in the International Court of Justice set in The Hague in the Netherlands this December. This judicial organization of the United Nations listened to developed and developing countries' representatives. Among them, the Pacific Islands and small island states urged the judges to force developed countries to help financially small islands for loss and damage. Indeed, they are frustrated because the Paris Agreement is not respected. In a dramatic speech in front of the court, the spokesman of young people in the Pacific called for an immediate action to respect the Paris Agreement, meaning to stop the rise of temperatures, limit gas emissions, and of course, fight against sea level rise. Young people can take an active role to reverse the loss of ecosystem. It gives hope to tackle environmental changes. At that stage, I would like to emphasize the importance of global projects for youth. This summit is organized by St. Mark's Schools and shows that integrating global perspective into the curriculum can raise students' awareness of global challenges and underline their own role to be global citizens. Global learning empowers the future generation. Students are part of the solution in the challenges our world is facing. It encourages them to contribute to a more sustainable world. They understand the human impact of global issues, and at the same time, they are encouraged to explore solutions. This school and its teachers succeed in the mission to shape students into open-minded global citizens. Above all, students are aware that our planet is fragile and precious. They will show that together we can preserve it. Slide 11 and 12. I thank you for your attention. Well, it's slide 11 and 12. 11 and 12. Yes, global projects, yes.
Ma'am, is this the correct slide?
We have finished. I have finished my presentation.
Thank you, ma'am, for your insightful. Thank you, ma'am. Your views on climate action and SDGs were very insightful.
Thank you. Thank you to you, the organizers.
No problem, ma'am. Now we'll trace back to the leftover schools for the presentation. We'd like to invite Kabata's Erkek High School, Turkey. We request the presenters to turn on their cameras and mics and share their screens to get started.
Hi, could you give us access to present our screen? Just a question. Okay, so can you see the screen? You can, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. I am Cansu Ece Aksu, and here is my friend Berfin, and we're from Turkey, Istanbul, Kabataş Erkek High School. As you can see here, this is our school, and today we will talk about the best practices that we do in our school. So let's start with our club. So we have a club named the Environment Club in our school, which plays a very crucial, very significant role for us in leading our efforts of recycling and sustainability. So we work together to organize events, projects, and lectures, which will help us to raise awareness among our classmates, among the students, and all the teachers in our school, and all the also young people that we can achieve. And additionally, we participate in climate and environmental walks. So we can give this as an example to the events and projects that we organize. But the most prominent organization that we organize is the Ideathon event. So this is an event where we invite guest speakers to share their insights, share their experiences and knowledge about the crucial topics in our world, like energy and recycling. So we benefit a lot from this organization, and here you can see the logo. This was a logo for the online event of Ideathon, which was presented in COVID-19 times. And here you can see some pictures from our events. Like here, presenters are presenting their topics, and here we are in nature walks, also collecting trash. Okay. As a second thing, we have many recycling bins in our school, as you can see, on every floor. We have at least 3 of them. And by popularizing these bins, we raise awareness about recycling in our school, and they help us manage our waste products better. So we also recycle the batteries, as you can see here. So these are the books of the students in our school. At the end of every school year, the books that are left in the school, which are not needed anymore by the students, are sent to be recycled so that we can use them again. And yeah, we don't waste our books as well. And as you can see here, we have many projects that we take part in. They're also like both national and both international. And at the bottom here, you can see our award of e-twinning. We even have a national quality label of e-twinning because of our projects in our school that we do about recycling and environment. So these are some extra points that we will present. So our school has automatic flushing system in the toilets and bathrooms, which encourage effective and conscious water consumption so that we don't waste water by this project. And secondly, we use LED lights in all the lamps in our school, thus saving energy by consuming less energy than a normal lamp would. And thirdly, we prevent unnecessary energy use with motion detecting lighting sensors used in the corridors of our school. So the lights only come up when some students pass through that hole so that we don't waste any light for nothing. And this was our presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your presentation. Now we would like to re-invite our friends from Kaunas Waldorf School, Lithuania, as they weren't able to present their screens before, and they'll be sharing their presentation once again. So I request the presenters to turn on their cameras and mics and share their screen.
Okay, thank you for the opportunity to show our slides. So, can you see the slides?
Yes, it's visible now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is the map, and
in the center it's the second largest city, Kaunas.
Yes, where Waldorf School is located. Then this is some photos from Plastic Pirates.
This is the hammocks that we made. Then this is our cafeteria, canteen.
Yes, this is some photos of past donation of clothing. And yes, so yeah, thank you again for allowing us to show. Yes.
It's our pleasure. Thank you for our presentation.
Let's get ready for the most loved activity, Quiz Mania. Today is the finale of Quiz Mania. Let us once again call out quiz masters Sukhman and Dashpreet to take over and commence the final round of the quiz. Over to you.
A very warm welcome to the main round of today's quiz competition. I am Dashpreet Gill, and alongside me is Sukhman Singh as your host for this exciting showdown.
Today, we are diving into a series of thrilling quiz rounds, each with a unique theme to challenge your minds and spark your curiosity. We'll see wit, strategy, and of course, plenty of fun. So, now we'll get started in just a minute. And I request all of the participants to please turn on their videos.
We will start with the rules and regulations first. Participants are instructed to switch on their camera while attempting the quiz. Participants must join the quiz through www.classpoint.app. A unique code will be displayed on the slide and announced at the beginning of the quiz. Please ensure you enter the code correctly. While joining, please use the format name underscore school underscore country. The quiz consists of 20 questions. All questions will be timed with 15 seconds allocated per question. Points will be awarded based on the speed and accuracy of your response. Only one response per team will be taken into account, so coordinate carefully.
I cannot see any video switched on. Can you please switch on your cameras, everyone, the participants? Okay, let me just, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Okay, I'll just, you give the code to them now. So you can see the code on your screens. Join, you can all join the quiz now through classpoint.app. Okay, I can see two of the teams have joined. Only one team per participant, please. Only one response per team. Please make sure of that also. Okay, 4 teams have joined. Waiting for the others. We'll just start when everybody joins. Okay, so 6 of the teams have joined who were selected yesterday.
We'll start the quiz.
Now we'll start the quiz.
The first round, brainstorm bonanza.
So here's the question. Hope you all are ready. Which ocean current is responsible for warming the western coast of Europe? A. Gulf Stream. B. Indian Ocean Gyre. C. Antarctic Circumpolar Current. And D. Kuroshio Current. Your time starts now. We're not ready. Who is not ready?
We'll start the activity again.
Okay, no problem. Wait, I'll just restart it. I have 7 teams joined. Are you guys ready now?
Are all the teams ready?
We are waiting. We are waiting for the code.
The code
has been displayed on the
30647. You can see it on the.
I'll announce the code. Participants can join the quiz through code 30647.
I hope you all are ready now. You've joined, right? Okay, now we'll start.
Yeah, thank you. We are ready.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll start the quiz again. Right, no problem, no worries.
Question number 1.
I'll just read out the question once again for the new team. Which ocean current is responsible for warming the western coast of Europe? A. Gulf Stream. B. Indian Ocean Gyre. C. Antarctic Circumpolar Current. And D. Kuroshio Current. Your time starts now. Your time is up. You want a little more time for this question, but okay. Now let's see about the information.
The correct answer is A, Gulf Stream. The Gulf Stream is like a warm water conveyor belt, transporting heat from the Gulf of Mexico to the western coasts of Europe.
Okay, now moving on to the second question. It says, which international convention specifically aims to prevent and reduce transboundary water pollution? A, Paris Agreement, B, Helsinki Convention, C, Ramsar Convention, and D, Kyoto Protocol. Your time starts now.
Time's up.
Less of this question you got right. Okay, no, don't worry. This was probably a tough question for you all.
The correct answer is B, Helsinki Convention. The Helsinki Convention.
Don't do this by mistake.
I think somebody is unmuted. Can you please mute yourself? Thank you so much.
Thank you. The correct answer is B, Helsinki Convention. The Helsinki Convention is an international treaty specifically designed to protect and preserve the waters of the Baltic Sea from pollution.
Now moving on to question 3. What is the term for the place where fresh water meets salt water? A, lagoon, B, estuary, C, delta, and D, bay. Your time starts now. Make sure you answer questions first so you'll get more points. Keep that in mind. Okay.
Time's up.
Okay, half of you got this right. That's good.
The correct answer is B part, estuary. An estuary is a unique and vibrant area where fresh water from rivers and streams meets the salt water of the ocean. These areas are rich in biodiversity and are incredibly important for both marine and bird life.
Okay, now moving on to question 4. Which marine animal is called the gentle giant of the sea? A, blue whale, B, whale shark, C, dolphin, and D, manatee. Your time starts now. Your time is up.
The correct answer is B part, whale shark. The whale shark is known as the gentle giant of the sea because despite being the largest fish in the world, it feeds mainly on tiny plankton, krill, and small fish.
All right, moving on to the fifth question. It says, how much fresh water is used globally per year across agriculture, industry, and domestic use? A option says 2,000 cubic kilometers, B, 4,600 cubic kilometers, C, 7,500 cubic kilometers, and D, 10,000 cubic kilometers. Your time starts now. Okay, half of you got this right.
The correct answer is B, 4,600 cubic kilometers. Globally, about 4,600 cubic kilometers of fresh water are used each year across agriculture, industry, and domestic needs.
Okay, let's move on to question 6 now. Which marine organism is known for its umbrella-shaped body, tentacles, and stinging cells used for capturing prey? A, starfish, B, hammerhead shark, C, jellyfish, and D, coelacanth. Your time starts now. 15 seconds. 5 of you have answered. Okay, great. Right. 5 of the teams got it right. Very good. Now let's move on to the next question. Or let's just see the information.
C, Jellyfish. Jellyfish are marine animals with umbrella-shaped bodies, tentacles equipped with stinging cells for capturing prey and defense.
I can see one team, three children were sitting, right? Only two participants are there. Jana Ji. Only two participants are there for the team. Why are three of you sitting? I just want to ask. Only two participants were there, right? Can you please unmute? Jana Ji. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. You don't want to unmute? Please make sure only two of you sit who have participated. Thank you so much, and don't turn off your videos while answering. Please maintain the decorum. I would request all of you to make this more fun. All of us are here to gather knowledge, not for any unhealthy competition or something. Thank you so much. Now we'll continue with the quiz.
Next is the audience question.
And the audience can answer this. We don't have any options like the poll which we were doing in class point. So anybody who wants to answer can raise their hands virtually.
And then we'll select and then you can unmute.
You
The question is, what percentage of wastewater is discharged untreated into the environment globally? A, 50%, B, 65%, C, 80%, and D, 90%.
Okay, I can see one hand raised. Not the participants, the other audience would answer. Thank you so much for raising your hand. Nobody's interested to answer. Please raise your hands, everyone.
Do we have
Sarah,
somebody from the audience?
Audience?
No one wants to answer. I just want to clarify, this does not include points. It's just to make the quiz more interactive and so that the audience can also feel included. We wanted to include the audience as well. Is there someone who wants to answer? It doesn't have to be right.
Audience, nobody wants to answer.
Okay,
then we'll take the participants only. So,
Sarah,
no,
I think you raised your hand first.
Sarah.
Yeah, you can answer.
D, 80%.
D.
D or C? What are you saying?
D.
80%.
80%.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
Let's see the correct answer. You're right.
You're right. C.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay.
Unfortunately, you don't get any points for this, but still, we can see you've prepared, all of you have prepared for the quiz. So the correct answer is C, 80%. Globally, about 80% of wastewater is discharged into the environment untreated. This means that millions of liters of sewage, industrial waste, and runoff from agriculture flow into rivers, lakes, and oceans, causing pollution and harm to ecosystems. We'll start with the next round.
The next round is visual voyage. You'll get to see photos, and then you have to identify what the question is asking and answer accordingly. And please don't turn off your videos while answering. That would be I'll highly appreciate that. Now, show the first question.
Yeah, the first question is.
Now I'll take the first question. So this question says, what is this process called? You can see in the photo. A option is shoaling, B is migrating, C is hunting, and D is feeding. So your time starts now. Be careful and observe the photo carefully. Okay, we've got 4 responses. Okay, time is up.
Yes.
2 of you got it right.
Yes. So the correct answer is A part, shoaling. The behavior you're seeing is called shoaling. When fish swim together in groups, it's called a shoal, which protects them from predators, improves hunting efficiency, and can even help with finding mates.
Now moving on to the second question. It says, what is the biggest threat to sea turtles? A, bycatch, B, predators, C. Disease, and D. Strong ocean currents. Your time starts now. I can see some of you have turned off your videos. Please turn it on. Your time is up now. So 3 of the teams got it right. Congratulations. Now let's see the answer.
The answer is A, bycatch. Sea turtles are accidentally caught in fishing nets, hooks, or trawls. Unable to surface for air, they often drown. This happens globally and affects all sea turtle species.
Okay, now let's move on to the next question. So the question is, what causes this phenomena, which you can see in the photo? A, rising ocean temperatures. B, overfishing. C, excess plankton. And D, ocean currents. So your time starts now. Choose the option. Okay. 4 of you have answered. That's quick. So 5 of the teams got it right. That's really good. Let's see the answer.
The answer is A, rising ocean temperatures. When sea temperature rise, coral reefs become stressed and expel zooxanthellae, symbiotic algae, that give them their color and provide nutrients.
Okay, now let's move on to the next question. It says, what is this phenomenon called? As you can see in the photo. A, photosynthesis. B, bioluminescence. C, chemosynthesis. And D, phosphorescence. Your time starts now. Please turn on your videos, everyone. Don't turn it off while answering. I request you, please. All right, 5 of you have answered. Okay. And again, 5 of you got it right.
We are really happy that you've prepared. It means a lot to us. Okay, the correct answer is B part, bioluminescence. This is the ability of certain organisms, like jellyfish, to produce their own light through a chemical reaction in their bodies.
I hope you are both audible, right? You are not having any issues to hear us, right? Can just raise your hand and tell. I hope there are no issues. It's fine, right?
You can give a thumbs up if we are audible.
No response? Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, now let's move on to the next question. Please keep answering if I ask anything. That makes it more interactive and fun. Okay, moving on to the 5th question. It says, what does this behavior of otters help with? You can see in the picture. A, finding food. B, staying warm. And C, staying anchored. And D, building nests. So your time starts now. Again, 67% of you got it right. That means 4 teams. See the answer.
The correct answer is C part, staying anchored. Sea otters hold on to kelp while they sleep or rest to prevent drifting away with the currents. This clever behavior ensures they stay in one place, especially in the open ocean.
Now let's get started with question 6. How does the melting of polar ice caps, as shown in the video, it's a photo now, primarily affect marine life? A, decreases salinity in oceans. B, reduces nutrient availability. And C, causes overfishing. D, increases oxygen levels in water. The time starts now. All of you got this right. That's really good. I hope all of you are answering honestly. Let's go and see the answer.
The answer is A part, decreases salinity in oceans. Melting polar ice caps release large amounts of fresh water into the oceans, which dilutes the salt concentration and decreases salinity.
Okay.
Now we have the audience question. We really hope that the audience can also participate and you can raise your hands virtually and we'll select you to answer the question. The question is, what is the term for fishing gear that continues to catch marine life after being discarded?
A, ghost fishing, and B is bycatch, C, drift net fishing, and D is trawling. So I'll request you to please raise your hands if you want to answer. And Miss Floor is answering in the chat. Shall we take the answer from her?
Yes, I think we should.
Okay, so Floor ma'am has answered. She could not unmute probably. So let's see what is the answer.
Let's see if it's correct. It is.
And the answer is correct. Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering.
So the correct answer is A part, ghost fishing. The term ghost fishing refers to abandoned or lost fishing gear, such as nets or traps, that continues to catch marine life unintentionally. These ghost nets entangle fish, turtles, and other marine species, leading to injuries or death. Thank you so much, ma'am, for answering. Okay, we have the next round, which is the riddle word. Let's start.
Let's start with the first question of this round. It says, I drift in the ocean and have no fins, but I can travel great distances by the currents. I'm part of the plankton world. Who am I? A, jellyfish, B is seaweed, C is phytoplankton, and D is zooplankton. Your time starts now. Okay, 3 of you have answered. Be quick, please. Your time will be over. And one team could not answer. Okay, that's fine. Let's see the answer for this.
So the correct answer is C part, phytoplankton. Phytoplankton are tiny plant-like organisms that float in the ocean and are carried by ocean currents. Despite their small size, they play a crucial role in the marine food chain and produce about 50% of the world's oxygen through photosynthesis.
Okay, now let's move to the second question. It says, I have the highest per capita renewable freshwater resources and I'm famous for glaciers and geysers. Spot me among the options. A, Brazil, B, Canada, C, Iceland, and D is Russia. Your time starts now. Okay, 4 of you answered, 5 of you, and all of you answered. So I close the submission now. And 5 of you got it right. You guys are really prepared. I'm really happy. And let's see the explanation for this now.
Just a second. The correct answer is C part, Iceland. Iceland is known for its stunning natural wonders. It's rich in renewable freshwater resources thanks to abundant glaciers, geothermal activity, and volcanic landscapes. Let's move on to the next question.
The third question is, I'm an ecosystem like wetlands, known for naturally filtering water and providing sustainable solutions. Identify me. A, artificial infrastructure. B, nature-based solutions. C, urbanized systems. And D is green chemistry. So your time starts now. Okay, 3 of the teams got it right.
So the correct answer is B part, nature-based solutions. Nature-based solutions refer to using natural ecosystems like wetlands, forests, and mangroves to provide sustainable environmental benefits such as water filtration, carbon sequestration, and flood protection.
Okay. So the fourth question is, I am the region with the largest area of dead zones caused by hypoxia, primarily due to agricultural runoff. Might I be A, Bay of Bengal, B, Mediterranean Sea, C, Gulf of Mexico, and D, South China Sea? The time starts now. Okay, 2 teams are left. 1 is left. And only one of the teams got it right, so it's a little tricky question, I must say that. Okay, let's see the answer.
The correct answer is C part, Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico has the largest dead zone in the world, which is caused by hypoxia, a condition where oxygen levels are so low that most marine life can't survive. This is primarily due to agricultural runoff carrying excess nutrients like nitrogen and phosphorus into the water.
Fifth question is, I protect coast from erosion, but I'm not made of rock. What could I be? A. Mangrove. B. Sand dune. C. Coral reef. And D. Kelp forest. Your time starts now. Mixed responses till now. Let's see. And most of you got this wrong. No worries. Let's see what went wrong in this.
The correct answer is A part, mangrove. Mangrove forests grow in coastal areas and have specialized roots that anchor them into the soil, protecting coastlines from erosion and storm surges. These trees thrive in salty waters and create vital habitats for many marine species. Those who got it wrong, don't worry, we have other questions. And
I have many left actually.
Yes.
The sixth one is, I'm small and transparent, but I can sting you with my long tentacles. What am I? A. Starfish. B. Jellyfish. C. Sea anemone. And D. Octopus. Your time starts now.
I think the answer, yeah.
So most of you got this right, so you have taken your redemption. Now let's see the answer.
The correct answer is B part, jellyfish. Jellyfish are gelatinous creatures with long tentacles that can sting you if you come in contact with them. Despite their simplicity, they have no brain, heart, or bones. They have been around for over 500 million years.
Now again, the audience question, please somebody answer. Ma'am has already answered, so we'll see.
We'll start with the question. The question is, I am small, I float, and I'm consumed by creatures big and small. Without me, many ocean life forms would cease to exist. What am I? A. Coral. B. Fish larvae. C. Phytoplankton. And D. Plankton.
Okay. I would request you to raise your hands, but okay.
We have got an answer.
Okay, I would take the answer as D then, but I would request you to raise your hands and unmute an answer. That would be better. No worries, we'll take. Let's just show them the answer.
Yep. Okay, the answer is C part, phytoplankton. Phytoplankton are tiny plant-like organisms that float in the ocean and form the foundation of the marine food chain. They are eaten by everything from tiny zooplankton to huge whales.
Okay, now this round is over. Now it's time for the discovery dash. So now we'll get to the first question. In the 1950s, an oceanographer discovered the presence of underwater mountains and ridges. Who was this scientist? A. Jacques Cousteau. B. Sylvie Earle. C. Harry Hess. And D. Robert Ballard. Your time starts now. If I have answered already, that was fast. One team is not able to answer what? Okay, nobody got this right.
I guess this was a tricky question.
Yeah, this was supposed to be tricky because he was in the team. Now let's get to know the explanation for this.
The correct answer is C. Harry Hess. In the 1950s, Harry Hess, a pioneering geologist and oceanographer, discovered the existence of underwater mountains and ridges during his research on sea floor spreading. His work contributed to the development of plate tectonics theory.
Okay, now let's move to the second question. It says, in 1977, a scientist detected mysterious signals from deep within the ocean. What were these signals believed to be? A. Alien communication. B. Underwater volcanoes. C. Chemical signals from marine life. And D. Submarine communication. The time starts now. All right, your time is up. Only one of you got this right, so I think these questions are a little difficult.
Yeah, no
But
worries.
don't worry, more rounds are there, so
Yeah.
you can take your redemption.
As we go on, I think the questions are getting a bit difficult. That's how we made it. So the correct answer is A part in communication. In 1977, scientist Jeffrey Ehman detected a strange and powerful signal while working on the SETI Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence project. The signal, known as the wow signal, was unlike anything heard before and has never been explained.
Okay, now let's go to the next question, which is the third question. In 2009, scientists discovered that fish could use sound to communicate, just the way the dolphins do. What species of fish were they studying? A. Salmon, B. Tuna, C. Fish larvae, and D. Clownfish. This is also a little tricky question. Let's see how many of you can get this right. Right? Yes, as I said, this is a little tricky question. Only one of you got it right.
So let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is A part, salmon. In 2009, scientists found that salmon use sound to communicate, especially during their migration. They make low-frequency sounds that help them navigate and coordinate with others in their group, much like dolphins do.
I would request you all to turn on your videos, please. Okay, I'll read the fourth question now. Who is often called her deepness for her work in ocean conservation? A. Jane Goodall, B. Sylvie Earle, C. Rachel Carson, and D. Jacques Cousteau. The time starts now. Okay, I can see mixed responses till now. Right? Okay, two of you got this right. The number is increasing by each question.
Okay. So the correct answer is B part, Sylvia Earle. Sylvia Earle is a renowned marine biologist and ocean explorer, often referred to as her deepness, due to her groundbreaking work in marine conservation and deep sea exploration. She has spent over 7,000 hours underwater and is a passionate advocate for protecting the world's ocean.
You'll see her name in a lot of options.
Yeah.
So, because of her work. The fifth question is, what notable discoveries, including species or artifacts, were found in the Challenger team? A. Marine life adapted to extreme pressure. B. No life forms. C. Fossilized corals. And D. Rare minerals. The time starts now. Okay, so your time is up.
Correct answer? Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is A. Marine life adapted to extreme pressure. The Challenger Deep, located in the Mariana Trench, is the deepest point on Earth, reaching nearly 36,000 feet below sea level. In this extreme environment, scientists discovered that marine life has adapted to survive the crushing pressure and near freezing temperatures.
That was a great discovery. Now let's see the sixth question. What did scientists discover near hydrothermal vents in the 1970s? A. New types of coral reefs. B. Deep sea fish with bioluminescence. C. Ecosystems that survive without sunlight. And D. Underwater caves. Your time starts now. These questions are supposed to be a little tricky, so don't worry if you get them wrong. You guys are prepared, I can see. Okay. 6 of you have already answered. Okay, let's close the submission. Okay, 2 teams got it right. Let's see why 4 of you got it wrong.
Okay, the correct answer is C part, ecosystems that survive without sunlight. In the 1970s, scientists discovered hydrothermal vents on the ocean floor, which release hot, mineral-rich water from beneath the Earth's crust. To their amazement, these vents supported entire ecosystems that thrive without sunlight, relying instead on chemosynthesis to produce energy.
Right.
We have the audience question now.
Okay.
We really hope you can raise your hand. Anyone in the audience, you can raise your hand.
And please don't type it in the chat box if possible. We'll really love to listen to your voices.
Yes. Okay, so the question is, which species did marine biologists discovered could mimic the behavior of other fish? A part, clownfish, B part, octopus, C part, parrotfish, and D part, mora eel.
Okay, Ms. Flo has already answered A, but we'll take one more answer if from the audience anybody is ready to answer. I'm still accepting responses. Anybody wants to raise your hands? Please make this a little more interactive. It will be very fun. You have really worked hard to make this quiz, so we love your interaction. But no, don't worry. No worries,
I think
actually.
nobody's raising their hand.
Yes, Flo, we'll take Flo ma'am only.
Yeah.
So
Thank
she
you
has answered it
ma'am,
A.
for
Ma'am is
responding.
our keen audience, but
Yes.
let's see the answer. If somebody's answering
Somebody answered C, and then Flo ma'am answered.
A.
She answered A. Okay,
Okay.
let's see who's correct. So, A or C? Let's see.
And the answer is B.
It's neither. The answer is B part, octopus. Octopus are of disguise and can mimic the behavior of other fish to protect themselves from predators or to catch prey. Some species, like the mimic octopus, are known to imitate the shape, color, and behavior of different marine animals, including flatfish, lionfish, and even crabs. Okay, we'll start with the next round.
Which is
This
trailblazers of science.
This is the last round of the quiz, so make sure.
All right.
So make sure you answer correctly. Let's start with the first question.
The first question says, which organization was co-founded by Paul Watson to stop illegal whaling? A. Greenpeace. B. Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. C. Ocean Conservancy. And D. Mission Blue. Your time starts now. All right, your time is up. 50% of you got it right. So some of you have to take back your points which you lost in the earlier rounds. Let's see the answer.
The correct answer is B part, Sea Shepherd Conservation Society. Tarun Bharat Singh, led by Dr. Rajendra Singh, is an NGO that spearhead the Jal Shakti Abhiyan, a campaign aimed at water conservation and rainwater harvesting in rural India. Okay, let's start with the next question.
Okay, the second question is, which organization is known globally for its Every Drop Counts campaign to promote water conservation? A. World Wildlife Fund. B. Greenpeace. C. UNESCO. And D. United Nations Environment Programme. Your time starts now.
Time's up.
Okay, one team got it right. It's still a little difficult.
Okay, please don't be disappointed if you get it wrong.
All of us are here to learn only and to increase our knowledge. So
So
we'll move ahead and see.
we made the last round a bit difficult so that we can find a clear winner among all the participants. Let's see the correct answer. The correct answer is A part, World Wildlife Fund, WWF. WWF's Every Drop Counts campaign works towards protecting freshwater resources and promoting sustainable water use. This initiative aims to raise awareness about the crucial role of water in ecosystem health and human survival.
Okay, sorry for that 10-second break. Let's go to the third question now. It says, which explorer became the first solo diver to reach the Challenger Deep in 2012? A. James Cameron. B. Robert Ballard. C. Don Walsh, and D. Jacques Picard. So your time starts now. I think most of you would get this right. Let's see.
It's responses as of now.
I've given a hint also. Let's see.
Somewhat of a hint, I guess.
Somewhat of a hint. Let's see. So 2 of you got it right. Actually, the answer is James Cameron. So he's a popular figure. Let's see.
The answer is A part, James Cameron. In 2012, filmmaker and explorer James Cameron became the first solo diver to reach the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean. He used a custom-built submersible deep-sea Challenger to reach a depth of 10,994 meters. That's a lot.
He's a very important director also in the film industry. So let's see in the fourth question. Which ship was famously used by Jacques Cousteau during his explorations? A. Nautilus, B. Calypso, C. Trist, and D. Challenger. Your time starts now.
Jacques olmuş böyle zombi gibi falan hareketleri.
But he's unmuted actually.
I think one of you have unmuted your mic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's have the answer.
Yeah.
Time's up.
Most of you got this right, so all right.
Congratulations.
4 of you got it right.
Yep. So let's see the answer. The answer is B part, Calypso. The Calypso was a research vessel used by Jacques Cousteau during his ocean explorations. It became famous for its role in Cousteau's documentaries, where he advanced underwater filmmaking and marine conservation.
His name is in a lot of places in this presentation. Let's see the fifth question. It says, which marine biologist was nicknamed the Shark Lady for her work with sharks? A. Sylvia Earle, B. Eugenie Clark, C. Rachel Carson, and D. Mike Rudson. Time starts now. 15 seconds. Okay, 2 of you got it right. Let's see the correct answer.
The correct answer is B. Eugene Clark. Eugene Clark, known as the Shark Lady, was a pioneering marine biologist famous for her groundbreaking research on sharks. She helped dispel myths about sharks being mindless killers and contributed significantly to our understanding of shark behavior and conservation. Let's go to the next question.
So the fifth question is, who was the first person to descend to the bottom of the Mariana Trench? A. Robert Ballard, B. James Cameron, C. Don Walsh, and Jacques Picard, and D. Mike Rudson. Your time starts now. You cannot answer. Okay. 8. 5 of you have answered already. Okay, so let's see the correct answer for this.
The correct answer is C part, Don Walsh and Jacques Picard. Don Walsh and Jacques Picard were the first to reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench in 1960.
Ah, okay.
I think somebody is unmuted.
By mistake, yeah. Thank you so much.
I'll repeat. Don Walsh and Jacques Picard were the first to reach the bottom of the Mariana Trench in 1960 aboard the submersible Trist. They descended to a depth of about 10,911 meters, marking a historic achievement in ocean exploration.
Okay.
We have the audience question.
Next question.
Let's see. The question is, which international organization observes World Water Day every year to promote sustainable management of freshwater resources? A part, United Nations, B part, International Monetary Fund, C part, World Health Organization, or D part, World Bank?
Please raise your hands if you want to answer. The awkward moment if nobody raises your hand. Yeah, I can see your hand.
I think one of
you guys are really prepared. That's really good.
We have 2 people who raise their hands. Is it C?
C. Okay, we'll take one more answer.
Let's see.
Somebody raised their hands. Have you lowered it down? Okay.
Flo ma'am says A. So it's either A or C.
Okay, so we have got A and C.
I hope it's not B again.
Yeah, it's not.
We'll see.
Okay, let's
check. The answer is A part, United Nations. The United Nations observes World Water Day on March 22 each year to raise awareness about the importance of water conservation and sustainable water management. The day focuses on addressing global water challenges and ensuring access to clean water for all. So, Pro Ma'am was right.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, let's go to the next question now.
We have one question after this, which is,
so, which organization is known for its efforts to eliminate plastic pollution from the oceans? A. Ocean Conservancy, B. Marine Conservation Society, C. Sea Shepherd, and D. The Coral Triangle Initiative. The time starts now. Let's see how many of you got it right. Right, most of you got this right.
Time's up. Let's see the answer. The answer is A part, Ocean Conservancy. Ocean Conservancy is a lead organization in the fight against plastic pollution in the oceans. It coordinates global beach cleanups, advocates for policies to reduce plastic wastes, and works on long-term solutions to prevent ocean pollution.
So this was it. And what an incredible journey, I must say, through knowledge and skill. A huge round of applause for everybody who participated. Yeah, we're really happy that you all participated.
And we also could see that all of you prepared really well. So we are very happy because we also researched a lot for this quiz. Thank you all for being a fantastic audience. Until next time, keep quizzing and keep learning. We'll announce the results in the closing ceremony, so you'll have to wait till then. Over to you, Naina and Chaitanya.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, quiz masters, for the amazing quiz. Let's get ready for the next activity. Green Sparks. Innovate for clean energy. I would like to call Pradyuman and Aditya to take over.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome back from the break. On behalf of St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, it is an absolute honor to welcome you all to this exciting event, Green Sparks, Innovate for Clean Energy, as part of the Earth Stewardship Summit 2024. We extend our heartfelt greetings to our esteemed principal, Ms. Ritika Anand, respected dignitaries, teachers, participants, and our wonderful audience. Together, we embark on a journey of innovation and sustainability today.
Thank you, Pradyuman. Let us also acknowledge the incredible efforts of the organizing committee, everyone who has contributed to making this summit a reality. The theme of our event revolves around Sustainable Development Goals 7 or SDG 7, which is all about ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. Energy is the lifeblood of progress, but unsustainable practices threaten our planet.
Exactly. Today's activity invites brilliant young minds to channel the creativity and knowledge into proposing innovative clean energy solutions. We believe that the future of sustainability rests on ideas like the ones you're about to present. Let's ignite some green sparks today. Instructions to ensure a smooth competition. Each team will be given 3 minutes to present their idea through a poster. Following the presentation, the judges may ask some questions. Scoring will be based on criteria like originality, feasibility, impact, and presentation's clarity. Please ensure your presentations stay within the bounds of the topic and time limit.
We had invited the participants to submit their prototype abstracts, which have already been extensively pre-evaluated by a panel of esteemed judges comprising Ms. Haido Samaras, high school computer science teacher focused on programming, data structures, and web design. She founded ACSTAC and ACALC at Antonia College to boost STEM skills. As academic dean of the Center for Talented Youth Greece, she promoted gifted education and 21st century skills. Recently, she has been training teachers across Greece and Cyprus to support gifted students. And Sepe Hermans from Belgium, a STEM educator and researcher, combines expertise in electrical engineering and educational sciences with a focus on advancing STEM education. Pursuing a PhD, he works as a STEM coach and a contributor to global projects like Tackle 3 Coding and AI at School, with training at CERN, European Space Agency.
Now, we would like to introduce our esteemed judges for the day who will evaluate your poster presentation. Miss Adit Kaur, a gold medalist in Masters in Chemistry from Delhi University. She has been a passionate educator for 7 years now. She has been the team leader and mentor for India at International Conference of Young Scientists 2018, Belgrade, Serbia. Ms. Shubhra Rana, science teacher with an extensive experience of 25 years. Ms. Shubhra Rana, a science teacher with an extensive experience of 25 years in fostering curiosity and critical thinking among students. With a passion for inspiring the next generation of innovators, she specializes in physics, combining hands-on experiments with in-depth theoretical knowledge. She is also an expert quiz master, known for engaging and challenging students with her dynamic quizzes. With that, let's officially begin Green Sparks, Innovate for Clean Energy. We wish all the participants the very best. May your ideas shine bright and spark a change for a better world.
Additionally, please note that we value a respectful and supportive atmosphere. We encourage everyone to listen attentively and appreciate the hard work behind every presentation.
Our first presentation will be from ELCHK Lutheran Secondary School representing Hong Kong. Participants, we would invite you to raise your hands so that we can make you the presenters.
ELCHK Lutheran Secondary School, Hong Kong. Please raise your hands. We'll make you the presenters.
Lutheran Secondary School, are you there? I guess they have not joined yet. We shall proceed with the next presentation. Let's give a warm welcome to participants from Gaziantep College, Vakfi from Turkey. Participants, please raise your hands so we can make you the presenters.
You have raised your. We have made you the presenter.
You have been made the presenter. You can now present your poster.
You can unmute your mic and camera.
Participants from Turkey, are you there?
Participants from Turkey, please switch on your camera. You've been made the presenter.
Yes, we are here. Can you please wait a second?
Okay,
sure.
Okay.
Excuse me, there's a situation that we haven't in here. Can you please skip us for 5 minutes?
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
I guess we can wait. I think we could go to the next team if you're comfortable with that.
Or you're ready?
Or you're ready with that? Participants from Turkey,
Yes, we are
please
ready.
just-
You're ready?
You're ready. Please present your screen, your poster.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Roshan Küçükarslan and he's my friend Tuana Güler. Today we are planning to introduce our project. Now I pass the stage to my friend Tuana to explain our project.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tuana Güler. I'm thrilled to introduce our project, Turning Wind Energy to Solar Energy, or Turning Solar Energy to Wind Energy. This project is designed to help solve one of the biggest challenges we face today, finding clean and reliable sustainable energy solutions. Fossil fuels are running out and they harm our environment. That's why we need to use renewable energy sources like wind and solar power. However, both of these have challenges such as interruptions caused by weather or the time of the day. Our solution is a hybrid system that combines wind turbines and solar panels. This way, energy is not produced no matter if it's windy or sunny, ensuring a constant power supply.
We also added an energy storage system to save the extra energy for when it's needed. By using simple and affordable metals, this system can be used in both cities and villages, making it accessible for different communities.
Our project is not just about creating energy. It's about protecting our planet and ensuring a better future. By using resources wisely and efficiently, we aim to reduce waste and our dependence on fossil fuels.
Together, we can take a big step toward a cleaner, greener world. Thank you for your attention and support for this important
Thank
project.
you.
Thank you. We request the judges to proceed with the questions that they want to ask.
Sure. Thank you so much. And a very good afternoon to all the participants and all the other members who have joined us for this wonderful event, Green Sparks. Myself, Adit, I am one of the judges. So students from Turkey, I have a question. You have this hybrid system. So what material do you propose to use for the solar panel?
The turbine blades we are planning to use, which move with the wind at the top, like as you see in here. They are connected to a wheel on the concrete surface through a rotational mechanism inside. And after they are, how can I say, transfer potential energy into a kinetic energy with the help of the generator.
Okay, no, my question was which specific material or element you intend to use for the solar panel?
Can you be specific about the elements?
Yeah, so which element do you intend to use in the solar panel? There are various options.
We're gonna use metals for propels.
Okay, which metal can you specify?
As I told you, we're gonna use plastics for propels, and for turbines, we're gonna use plastic.
Okay, and will both the systems work at one go? Like if it is windy and sunny, so both the procedures are going to go simultaneously, or it is going to, one will work and one will shut down? How do you plan?
Mostly in countries experiencing all four seasons, there's a lot of weather conditions like sunny or windy, and this product is for both sunny and windy conditions. If there's no sun in the air, then you're gonna use like wine or the opposite of.
Okay. And in your country, I have been to Turkey recently. So are there any places where you can install these? Because you need lot of space, lot of, empty kilometers of area for installing such big prototypes. So do you
mostly in the Antalya. Do you know Antalya? There's Antalya roads when you're going Antep to Antalya. There's a lot of big roads and empty roads. So we're going to use them.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That's all from my side. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Shubhra. And yes, I was just, I think the similar questions I was also planning to ask, that what material basically I wanted to know. But it's okay. It's the same question and you've already answered it. And yeah, I like your prototype. I like the poster.
Thank you.
Yeah. All the best. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just before we move on to the next one, we will just like to ask if ELCHK Lutheran Secondary School representing Hong Kong is here. You can raise your hands if you're here.
Okay, close.
Participants from Lutheran Secondary School, are you there? Kindly raise your hands if you're there. Okay, so now we will move to the next team.
Next, let's welcome our participants from St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, representing India.
Participants, I would like to invite you to raise your hands. We have made you the presenter. Kindly present your poster.
Am I audible?
Yes,
participant, you are audible.
Kindly share your screen. It's not visible in the new.
Please present your poster.
Yes.
Is it visible?
Yes, it is visible. You may start.
Yes. On a self count of 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everyone. Today, Karandeep and I are here today to present our innovative project, that being Joules from Junk.
That's right, Aditya. This project is all about turning waste energy, both mechanical and thermal energy, into usable electricity. Think about it. How much energy do we lose every day from passing vehicles and heat from machines?
Exactly. Our cities are brimming with untapped energy sources. So we developed a model to capture this energy and transform it into power, which at this scale, which we have made, can light up a bulb or even charge devices. We can only imagine how at a huge scale it can power cities. Now let's start with the first component, that being the speed breaker energy conversion system.
This speed breaker is made up from a durable pipe integrated into the road. When vehicles pass over it, their weight and motion create mechanical energy, which our system converts into electricity. To demonstrate, we connected this system to an LED light that illuminates as cars pass by.
And that's just one part of the project.
No
The
change.
second component is the Peltier thermoelectric module, which works on heat differentials.
Here's how it works. When the thermoelectric module is placed near a heat source, like a candle, the Peltier module uses the temperature difference between its hot and cold sides to generate electricity. This power is then stored in a rechargeable battery, which we use to light a 9-volt bulb.
And to make this possible, we have also included a multimeter in the setup, which records the measuring the voltage and the current, which helps us monitor the energy output if both systems accurately.
Together, these components showcase how waste mechanical and thermal energy, like the force from vehicles and heat from machines, can be repurposed into usable power.
But we didn't just stop there. Our model is also designed to be modular and scalable. As I talked before about it being into a larger scale for charging cities, it can also be deployed into urban areas, highways, and even industrial zones.
And there's plenty of room for future improvements. With technologies like piezoelectric materials, advanced storage systems, and IoT integration, we could further enhance energy capture and efficiency.
Now, in conclusion, we can firmly say that Joules from Junk demonstrates how routine, wasted energy can fuel a cleaner and more sustainable future. Thank you for your time, and we're happy to answer any questions.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, participants.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, I would. May I just ask a question, Ms. Adit? Will it be fine? May I just go ahead?
Yes, please go ahead, Ms. Shubhra.
Okay. Could you please explain me question number 1, that what exactly is this Peltier module doing? What is the function of the Peltier module?
Ma'am, basically the Peltier module is an electrical component that is taken from refrigerators. So the model we have presented not only focuses on creating renewable energy, all that has been done to create this model is made from waste. So it's basically an old and used part of refrigerators. So what the Peltier module does is it uses heat differentials to create electricity.
Okay, heat differentials. So could you please elaborate on this? What are heat differentials?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, yes, of course. Any one of the participants, both the participants.
Well,
Yes.
ma'am, heat differentials. By heat differentials, we primarily mean how, if you see in our model, there are two sides to the thermoelectric module, that being the upper side and the lower side. The upper side is facing towards the sun, which makes it heat up, while the lower side is actually colder. So the difference between the heat between these two sides is what we call as heat differential. And we use this and how the heat from this conducts to generate the electricity. I've actually also made a simulation on this, which I may show if you allow.
Yes, sure. If you have it ready with you, why not? Please go ahead. Yes, sure.
Ma'am, it may take 2 minutes to set up. So while I'm setting it up, you may ask more questions.
Sure, sure. We can go ahead and ask, more questions. Right. Okay. So what energy changes are taking place in this, in this speed breaker when a vehicle passes over it? What energy changes take place?
Ma'am, whenever we have that speed breaker, so vehicles pass over it. So due to the weight and motion of the vehicles, the pipe gets compressed. This is basically the mechanical energy that is being created, which is then converted into electrical energy. So in our model, we use both thermal and mechanical energy to convert into electrical energy, which is stored in rechargeable batteries to ensure the availability of that energy upon its requirement.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yes, over to you, Ms. Adit, if you have any questions.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. So The poster is very good because you are not only showing the diagrammatic representation and the components, but I can see that towards the end, you actually have a picture of a model also. Have you made this model?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And is it a working one? Like, does
Ma'am, it's
the
a working
LED
one.
light up?
Yes, ma'am. At
Yes,
the
ma'am.
scale which we have built, the amount of energy produced is actually capable enough to charge our devices. Like our
Okay,
devices which at a larger scale, it will have even more power and even more energy will be given.
Okay, that's
But at this
interesting.
scale, it is better.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I have a few questions. Like you mentioned about the Peltier module which you are using, and you said that you have taken it from an old refrigerator. Are you aware of the material which is being used in this module, which is able to convert the heat differential into the electrical energy? Like what components are there? Are you aware of that part?
Well, ma'am, heat sensitive materials are used as the materials that are used need to heat up really quickly, like heat up quickly and show a larger difference in temperature. If we use a material which shows lesser, which takes time to heat up, it may show into a lesser difference of temperature because we take both sides. So both sides need to be made of the same material.
Right, right. So just as a observation, in India, we have our refrigerators and the sides of the
Yes, ma'am.
refrigerators heat up. So we can use that. Which other, day-to-day life machines or appliances which we use, which does give out this much of heat, which that can be converted into a more usable, and we can store that energy, the heat energy. One is a refrigerator. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, when we talk about going on a larger scale and storing the heat energy, the first thing that comes to our mind is the solar panels, which are being installed in a large part of the Indian deserts. And when we talk about other things, there are a lot of automobile machines creating large amounts of heat. So that heat can also be stored and with connected with a generator or a large Peltier module that can also be converted to electricity.
Okay, okay. Now, one more question, last question. You are saying that whatever energy is being generated, you are storing it in form of rechargeable batteries. So, did you make these batteries yourself, or these are the ones which are available in market and you are using them?
Ma'am, these rechargeable batteries are taken out from a broken toy I had. So it was not working. So it's rechargeable batteries I have used in this model.
Okay, okay. Right. Right. Thank you.
Ma'am, may I show the heat conduction simulation which I had talked about earlier?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, is it visible? A black screen is right now because this represents a homogeneous space where all particles are at have a same concentration at every position. So there's not because if we provide heat by clicking, then you can see that at the origin point there's a lot of heat, which then dissipates according to the heat equation of the partial derivatives. But then as it diffuses, you can see the concentration also changes because of the kinetic energy which makes it speed up. And if we have two points of origin, we can also see how it can differ the areas of region between them. So this is kind of the conduction that that is used within the Peltier thermoelectric modules. Because if we represent this upper border as the hotter side and this as the colder side, then the amount of heat which goes to the colder side is also like a gradient, because at the top there's more heat and at the bottom there is lesser heat. So that gradient that difference in the gradient at any position or at any place in the module helps create the energy. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Fine, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, participants, for your presentation. Up next, we have participants from Sekolah Seri Puteri from Malaysia. We would like you to raise your hands.
We'll make you the presenters and then you can start your presentation. Okay. All right.
All right, I'll be
You're
presenting.
now the presenter.
Okay.
Pardon?
I'll be. Give me 5 seconds to get my poster ready.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Can you see my poster? Can
Yeah,
everyone
it's
see my
visible. Yeah,
poster?
it's visible.
All right. Sure. I'll be presenting in 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. I bid to every changemakers present in this summit today. My name is Rania Elsa Zairi, representing Sekolah 333 Cyber Jaya, Malaysia. And I shall present to you the solution to ensure water accessibility amongst every stakeholder, which is the thermal change flask. Now, we have been inspired by the Sustainable Development Goal 7, affordable and clean energy, and the 6th Sustainable Development Goal, which is clean water as sanitation, in the making of this solution. All right, before that, let us identify the current problem in the status quo, in which I have highlighted in my abstract. To highlight, several studies have showed that travelers were reported to struggle with access to accommodation with facilities such as hot water. Furthermore, caregivers, especially mothers, need immediate hot water to provide milk for the children. But since water dispensers are not available everywhere, this causes an obstacle in their daily life. Furthermore, a study by the National Library of Medicine proved that water coolers available at schools were not sufficient to meet student demand. And we intend to solve this problem with our thermal change flask. All right, as you can see here, the thermal change flask is a hybrid heater-cooler vacuum flask that when you fill in water of any temperature, it can cool and heat the water to the temperature of the user's liking. This is shown by the temperature display here. And this way, our users can have the preferred hot or cold drink with just the press of 2 buttons. All right, so the mechanism of the flask will be explained later on. I just want to note that this product is made of 100% recycled product, and it is solar. And we aim for the flask to be in future solar or hydrogen powered. And it also the outline of this product is made by plastic. This way, it encourages energy saving among consumers. So, as you can see in the poster that I made, these are the prototype models for the product. And before I show you the 3D model of my product today, I want to show you the components of this product with this simple diagram so that I can explain to you all better how this product works. Okay, so this is a simple diagram about the composition of this flask. I got inspired by the physics, how refrigerators work, by the physics and sort of that. So I will explain to you first how does it work. All right, so first we have this heating button. Below the heating logo, when pressed, whether to increase or decrease the heating temperature, the heating process will be activated. The same goes for the cooling button. When pressed, whether to increase or decrease the cooling temperature, the cooling process is activated. So how does the heating and cooling process work? Before that, I want to explain the temperature display first. Above the cooling and heating logo, there is a temperature display that displays both current and the target temperature that the user wants it to be, as I labeled it here. And so the target temperature can be adjusted by pressing the cooling or the heating button. Okay, it is placed accordingly based on the digital thermometer attached on the display, as you can see here on your right. And for the source of electricity, before we get more funding, of course, we will have to use, there will exist a variety of these. We can also use lithium-ion battery, AA battery, or can be charged with a cable. But in the future, with more funding, we will have hydrogen-powered fuel and solar-powered bottles, so to encourage more energy saving amongst our consumers. Okay, we also have embedded braille on the bottle for blind people. For example, we will put in braille over here so that the blind people can know where to adjust their temperature. We also have this protected detachable cap. It's made of electric and heat insulators, and when we wash the bottle must be worn on the bottom to protect the electric circuit, which is over here, and the power cell or charging port from short circuiting, to ensure more safety amongst our consumers. Okay, now finally, how does our product work? So for the heating process, when the heating button is pressed, the battery on the cable, which is basically the power source, will power the fan below here, as you can see here on my mouse. It will power the fan at the bottom of the thermos. And then when it's powered, the fan will spin and generates electricity that is transferred to the heating coil, as you can see here, the thing that is wrapping around the bottom of the bottom of the flask, sorry. And when it activates the heating coil to generate heat energy, which will then heat the thermos and make your water hot. When the target temperature is reached, the process will stop. Basically the same for the cooling process as well. When the refrigeration cycle is a process of cooling down a space or object, which we use a special liquid called refrigerant, which is basically we take some inspiration from air conditioning, but we put it in a more energy saving way. So this liquid here, this is the compartment to insert the refrigerant cartridge. And in here, there's this liquid called refrigerant. And basically, this liquid can change from a liquid to gas and back again easily, which allows it to absorb heat from air around it. And as I said before, this concept is widely used in air conditioning, so we decided to implement it in our thermos. So when the button is pressed, the refrigerant is activated and takes in the refrigerant gas and squeezes it really tightly, which makes it very hot. And now when the hot gas moves up to the condenser coils, it starts to cool down and turn back into liquid. The cool liquid is then transported to a connective tube over here on my mouse and cools the water around the thermos. And when achieve target temperature, the process will stop and we have cool water. Okay, what makes our thermos so different and great? It's exceptionally great and usable for everyone, especially for people working on for long hours, students in boarding schools, people on long trips, and the elderly and disabled people. Not to mention, in the future, we'll have many variety of special sizes, shapes, and colors it comes with. All right, so moving on, I would also like to present to you all the 3D model of my product made by yours truly. Here, I'll present it to you here. So this is the 3D model. Okay, can everyone see the 3D model?
It's visible.
All right, nice. So this is the visualization. Okay, I'll show you the compartments here. Yeah. Okay. So let's take off this cap. I'm sorry if it's kind of lagging because I'm also experiencing internet connection problems. So I'll try my best to showcase to you all the product. Just give me a second. All right. Okay, let's take off the. So as you can see in this model, we have our temperature display over here, which will be connected to a motherboard, and the motherboard is connected to a digital thermometer. And this is the heating button, the cooling button. This is the refrigerant cartridge compartment where we insert our refrigerant cartridge in the form of liquid. It's basically like battery, but it's in a liquid. It's in a liquid pack. Okay. Sorry. Okay. I'll try to open the inside. Okay, so inside here, as you can see, this is the motherboards that will be connected to the digital thermometer that will be transferred to the screen of the
Excuse
display.
me,
Sorry?
participant.
Sorry
to interrupt. Actually, you have already exceeded the time limit.
Oh,
So
sorry.
we would-
Okay, I'll wrap it up quickly. So this is all
yeah.
the compartment for the 3D model. Right. So now that's all for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. I would love to accept any questions if time allows us.
Okay, so Ms. Shubhra, may I start with the questions?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please do. Yeah.
So a very interesting idea, I must say, the participant from Malaysia. And I have a few queries. Like you are planning to use either hydrogen as a fuel or solar. So for the solar thing, it means you have to keep the flask in the sun so that the solar panel can, convert the energy from sunlight into the required electrical impulse, or will it work in dark? What is your idea?
Basically, for the solar power, I have also researched a little bit about that. Since, for example, many of our products are using solar power in today's world. For example, calculators or even phones. So basically, I will also implement the same idea into our product.
Okay.
And yeah, I hope that
Yeah.
answered the same question.
Yeah, and you know, what I find is because you are working on SG 7 and it should be accessible to all. But as of now, the cost of your prototype, the idea, and how much water it can heat, can you give an rough idea about that?
Oh, I actually have researched about that. Just give me a second to check. But basically, I've also researched tons of other thermos models such as Hydro Flask, Woolanas models, and to compare in which material that I use. Since I use recyclable products, the product should be more cheaper and more accessible for the less the less fortunate to have access to this great product.
Yes, so I think you have to work on the cost factor because you are using heat coils and you are using the refrigerant, you know, the material which is used in air conditioners. So the cost factor has to be kept in mind. Also, when you say that the target temperature is there, so once the target temperature is reached, suppose I want hot water, say 80 degrees, 90 degrees. So how is that, you know, signal being given to the heating coil that now it has to stop working? Is there is a circuit breaker or how do you plan to implement that part?
Yes, I thought of using a circuit breaker to do that, and I will also when the target temperature, the digital thermometer will send probably a signal using the circuit breaker as you mentioned, so that the heating coil or the condenser will stop the process immediately.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, actually, I was going to ask the same thing about the cost factor, which has already been covered by my other judge. So I think that will be all. All the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, participant. Next, we have participants from Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan School representing Pakistan. You may raise your hand and I'll make you the presenter.
We have made you the presenter.
We have made you the presenter. You may start. You're not audible. You'll have to switch on your mic. Unmute yourself.
Hello everyone, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, participant, you're audible.
Okay, my name is Mariam Khalid.
And I am Inaya Saqib.
We are from Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan School, Karachi, Pakistan. And today we are here to present our solution for activity 4 Green Spark. As we know that urbanization continues to accelerate, so does our energy consumption. This growing demand is fueling an energy crisis that threatens our planet's sustainability. The United Nations Sustainable Development Goal (SDG 7) aims to ensure access to affordable and clean energy for all by 2030. Piezoelectric tiles, our idea, offers a promising solution to address this challenge. Piezoelectric tiles made from traditional materials like lead, zirconate, titanate face challenges such as wear-related efficiency loss, environmental risk from toxic lead, and limited energy storage capacity. We have an innovative solution for this. Already, piezoelectric tiles are implemented in country like Japan, but our innovation, which makes it different from other countries, is the use of graphene-based supercapacitors, which actually make it possible to implement piezoelectric tiles for large-scale application. I would like to pass it to my another teammate.
A redesigned tile addresses these issues with a self-heating ceramic top layer for durability. eco-friendly barium titanate (BaTiO3) for energy generation, and graphene-based supercapacitors for efficient storage and release. This five-layer design, including silver-coated copper electrodes and a flexible polymer base, enhances durability, safety, and functionality. With the capacity to generate 85,000 kilowatt per hour annually per kilometer square, these tiles can power 85,000 LED bulbs for 10 hours daily. A 750-meter square installation at the Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan School could provide 63,750 kilowatt per hour annually if it efficiently illuminating 40 rooms for over 6 hours daily. By adopting this innovative tile design, the school can pioneer renewable energy integration into urban infrastructure, showcasing a commitment to sustainability and energy innovation.
Join us in implementing this groundbreaking initiative and advancing toward a greener, more sustainable future. I would like to answer the judge's question. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yes, Ms. Adat, should I go ahead with?
Yes,
I just
ma'am.
have one. I just want to ask one
Please.
question.
Please, please.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So yes, students and participants, just tell me what is piezoelectric effect that you've mentioned here? Could you just
Basically,
explain?
yeah. Basically, piezoelectric impact is whenever a mechanical stress, when the piezoelectric material such as barium titanate faces mechanical stress, it converts it into electrical energy rapidly, which makes electric charges inside it.
Okay. Okay, fine. Over to you, Ms. Adat.
Okay, thank you. So, can I see the screen again where you were showing that tile, please? Can you share that image?
Yes, yes. Start. Yeah, I've already shared here.
Okay, it will show up. So I have two questions. You are planning to use graphene and you mentioned that it is a superconductor. Is it you are planning to use because it is a superconductor, or is it is going to act as a supercapacitor? So can you clarify?
Basically, when we were researching on this topic, so we got to know that we cannot actually use this piezoelectric tiles for large scale implementation. So we thought for an innovation that how we can implement this for large scale. So our main idea was that if we can store the excess energy at peak hours, then we can later utilize it. The basic capacitors which are used in our fans and other stuff, we cannot use that because it cannot store enough energy. So the graphene based supercapacitors possesses a property that they have high conductivity and high capacitance. So that's why we are using that. So it can store enough energy to lit 160 buildings for 6 hours. That's why we are using it over here.
Okay. And another thing, again, similar to the other team, how cost effective this is going to be. Like you mentioned that, one particular school, your school can use this electricity and 85,000 LEDs can, glow at a time. But how cost effective this is going to be? Because as per my knowledge, all these piezoelectric and even graphene, these are highly expensive materials. So any idea about that? Like the
Basically,
idea,
yeah, please say.
idea is very good, but is it going to be accessible, or have you looked into the cost part of the project?
Yes, we researched for the cost part, and the main thing we found was that the everything is not that expensive. If we are going, like, if government is going to help you with this project, then this will not be expensive because government the development ratio of the from the total income of the year that government earns, it is easy to make these piezoelectric tiles. But that graphene based supercapacitors are a bit expensive, but this can also be solved. Like there's a quote I know from John F Kennedy. He says that human mind is something which can do anything. So if we're going to do further research on this, then we can definitely search for this and how we can make this cost effective.
Okay, thank you, all the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, participants, for the presentation. Now we have participants from Zhukovsky English School, number 3 from Russia. Please raise your hands, participants.
We'll make you the presenter. Okay. Already done that. You are the presenter. You may unmute yourself and switch on your camera.
Hi, can you hear?
Yes, you're audible and you're visible as well. You may share your screen.
Can you see the poster?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay, so we'll begin. The transition to clean energy is a critical component in addressing the dual challenges of climate change and energy poverty. As global energy demand continues to rise, we need for affordable and sustainable energy solutions has never been more urgent. This abstract explores the multifaceted approach necessary to ensure that all individuals, particularly those in underserved communities, have access to clean energy sources.
The concept of energy equality is central to this discussion, as millions of people worldwide still lack reliable, accessible to electricity. The International Energy Agency estimates that over 770 million people live without electricity, predominantly in developing regions. Therefore, the pursuit of clean energy must prioritize encyclically, ensuring that marginalized communities are not left behind in the transition.
So, as for our project, we would like to introduce our innovative technology of transforming kinetic energy of steps into pure energy. This approach to clean energy extraction is an interesting and innovative way that can be useful in certain conditions. However, its implementation will require careful planning, testing, and consideration of all potential risks.
How it is made? Rotor rotation. The generator consists of a rotor and a stator. When the spring is unwound and when pressed by mammals during the migration, it can drive the rotor, which is located inside the generator. There is electromagnetic induction. There are magnets and coils of wires inside the generator. When the rotor rotates, the magnetic field around the coils changes, which creates an electric current in the wires according to the principle of electromagnetic induction. And the power output. The resulting electric current can be used to power electrical devices or charge batteries. The collected energy is enough to charge the phone. Thus, the kinetic energy received from the spring is converted into electrical energy due to mechanical movement and the principles of electromagnetism.
As for what should be done before installation, it is necessary to identify key sections of the migration route where animals cross rivers, straits, or other narrow passages. It is that their energy harvesting devices can be placed. The collected energy must be transferred to electrical substations or distribution networks for subsequent use. This may include the installation of transformers, power lines, and other necessary infrastructure elements. As for advantages, properly designed devices have minimal impact on animals and ecosystems. Animal migration is a regular process which ensures a constant flow of energy. The device can be installed in hard-to-reach places where traditional energy sources are not available. Instead of using fossil fuels to power monitoring equipment or fences or buildings, energy can be derived from animal movement. This will significantly reduce the environmental footprint on migration surveillance.
Limitations. Animal density. The effectiveness of a system depends on the density of animals at the installation site. In a place with low animal density, the amount of the energy generated may be insufficient. Surface type. The efficiency of step conversion depends on the type of surface. Soft ground or snow can reduce efficiency and also cost. Installation and maintenance of such systems can be expensive due to the materials and the mechanism. Problems and challenges. Also, there's some technical difficulties. The development of and implementation of such devices may require significant financial investments and engineering solutions. And also regulation. Strict rules and regulations will be required to prevent negative impacts on nature. In general, the use of step-to-energy conversion plants in animal migration sites is a promising technology that can significantly improve both the quality of monitoring and the effectiveness of conservation measures. However, it's necessary to take into account the limitations and carefully choose the installation.
That's always our project. We would like to hear your questions and answer them.
Yes, Adit ma'am, over to you.
Okay, so boys, I must say very innovative idea. Now I have a query. Did you actually make a model and see if this, the spring and the electromagnetic induction can generate that much of electricity to charge a phone, or is it just an idea?
It is an idea, but we think that if plate and construction is big enough, so it can power bigger batteries, so it can convert more energy.
Okay, and one more query, like the material which you intend to use. So what kind of material, because it should have good strength, because if mammals, big animals are going to walk over that area. Also, how do you intend to protect this against rain? Because if you are going to use copper and other things and it is going to rain and it is in the ground. So how will you avoid the rusting and the corrosion part of the entire apparatus?
It's a good question. I think that we can protect the metal. The construction is made from metal. We can just, for example, put something that will stop the erosion. Or we can use the recycled materials, but I'm not sure that it won't be broken during the migration.
So as for metals, the good example is aluminium, because it isn't affected by erosion. So I think it can be used to construct these plates.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Shubhra, you can ask questions if you have any.
No, that's okay. It's a good innovative idea. All the best.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, participants. Next up, last but not the least, we have participants from Kabatas at Kelgistesi. They're also from Turkey. You may raise your hand. Okay.
You're now the presenter.
Yes.
You can now present your poster.
Okay.
Mikrofonunuz açık şey değil. Firstly, we have a poster, but we prepared another presentation to provide the details.
Ekranda onların şeyi
We
var
will
hala.
be starting with the presentation, then with the poster, but I cannot share the screen. Now, can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes, it's visible.
It's visible. It's visible.
Hi, I am Duru.
And my name is Aslı.
We are from Kabataş Erkek High School based in Turkey, and we will be presenting the Act 4. And I'll be the presenter of the project for the day. The project we have worked on is about bringing up an innovative and an effective idea to prevent an easy access to clean energy for everyone according to the SDGs. Our main purpose was to create an efficient option for everyone to access clean energy, with the motto being no more high cost, low quality, and unsustainable products are needed for the easy access to energy. Hopefully, with the help of our solar smart window technology, filtering and turning the sunlight into useful energy will be a product away. Our inspiration for the solar smart windows came up when we read the articles which were about highlighting the fact that we will be facing an increase of 1.5 degrees Celsius by 2030 globally, and which may increase the natural disasters such as floods, droughts, and hurricanes. The carbon dioxide emissions, which are caused by the fossil fuel use, are absorbed by the oceans, and the absorption decreased the pH level of the oceans by 30% since the 19th century, and it reduced the chance of survival and caused many sea creatures to die. The air pollution, which is the result of the fossil fuel use, led to 8.7 million early deaths worldwide, which is a high rate of death caused by pollution. So our main point was to decrease the usage of fossil fuels by using other eco-friendly options. These articles were the main encouragement for us to take up the project as well. The product we worked on is basically a filter that turns the absorbed sun rays into energy with the help of the photon particles and the photovoltaic cells. The photovoltaic cells transfer the rays to the corners of the windows and turns the particles into energy. The window can be kept transparent as the rays are not turned into visible energy as they haven't reached the corners yet. Also, it lets the light go through both layers as it was before and keeps the room naturally bright, which means no extra need for energy to brighten the room. There is an isolating barrier between the layers of the window and the window frames, which prevent the heat loss. Luminescent solar concentrators capture the sunlight and concentrate it. The concentrated rays are directed to the solar cells. We truly believe our innovative design can bring a new approach for clean energy with the right fundings. We worked really hard for the project itself, and we are proud of presenting it to you and hope that you like it as well. Thank you, and we are also open for any of your questions. And so,
Yes, good afternoon. This is the poster. This is the poster.
Yes, this is the poster of our product.
Okay. Yes, it's very innovative. I want just to ask one question. What is the purpose of using isolating barrier that you mentioned in the windows?
As an isolating barrier, we're planning to use aluminium, which is a cheap and affordable shiny metal, and a polymer and an isolating polymer. To make isolating barriers, we use insulating polymer and aluminium to decrease the heat loss.
I think the voice is lagging something, some technical glitch.
We use aluminium because it is a shiny and affordable metal, as I said. By using a shiny metal, we also decrease the heat loss by radiation. The aluminium is between the two layers of frame. Plugging.
Participants, I guess there's some network issue at your end. If you could just quickly fix it.
There is a lot of disturbance behind you.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
We can hear you, but there's a lot of disturbance at your end. So if you could deal with that.
Yes, and your voice is also lagging.
can't hear
We can
you.
wait for you. Don't panic, we can wait for you.
So, can you hear us right now?
Yeah, you're audible now.
You're audible.
Lots of disturbance. Okay. Sorry, is it okay now?
Yes,
Yes, you're audible.
Completely fine.
We can hear you. Can you repeat the question for us?
Okay, so can I ask a question now? Am I audible to the students, the participants?
Yes.
Yes,
We can hear you.
So my question is that you are using isolating and you are trying to avoid the heat getting wasted. But is this going to work round the year? What about the rainy season? And are the solar smart windows be effective in the rainy season or only during the peak summer season?
Actually, when the weather is cloudy or when the weather is rainy, the panels use the energy which they have stored before in the sunny weather. So while they are producing energy, they store some of the energy that they produce. And when the weather is cloudy or rainy, so when they cannot produce electric energy, they use the energy that they store before.
Okay.
So in the
Okay, good. So what kind of material, are you aware what material, which elements are used to make these solar panels?
To make isolating barriers, we use insulating polymer and aluminium to decrease the energy loss by both radiation and conduction. We use aluminium because it's a...
Yeah, my question was
yeah.
solar panel. Like which element or which material is used to make solar panels? Aluminium, I understood, for the isolating barriers.
Okay, we use polymer. It is a polyvinyl butyryl. It is an affordable and insulating polymer also. So we are going to use polyvinyl butyryl. It's a polymer. So.
Okay, and is it cost effective? Like SDG 7 aims at providing clean energy. You are working in the right direction, but is it accessible to a common man? Is it costly or is it within the reach?
It's a very cheap polymer. Actually, we have do a research about that. It is a very affordable and a cheap polymer, so it would be easy to produce our products by using a polyvinyl butyryl polymer. It is an affordable polymer.
Okay, great.
Secondary school.
I guess they are not here. Anyways, we would request our. We would request our judges to stay with us till the end of this meeting. Right. I guess they're not here. So
we would request the judges to please stay till the end of the summit. So in case they just join,
we don't want them to miss this opportunity
of presenting their ideas.
Sure.
So thank you. Thank you, judges. And thank you, young innovators, for all the brilliant ideas that you have presented today. And results will be announced in the closing ceremony. And we would be waiting for Lutheran Secondary School, Hong Kong too. Yeah. Wow, what an incredible showcase of creativity, knowledge, and passion. A big round of applause for all our participants. And also, let's thank the judges for their time and expertise in evaluating these remarkable efforts.
We are very sorry for the time extension, but today we are honored to welcome yet another esteemed keynote speaker, Miss Virginia King. She is a former member of the IEARN International Executive Council and is currently a part of the management team of IEARN Australia. It is my privilege to introduce her. She has been a long-standing member of IEARN since 1994 and a dedicated coordinator of numerous impactful projects. She continues to contribute to a global education initiatives even after retiring from teaching. Let us warmly welcome her to share her valuable insights.
Hello, I'm trying to get my presentation up. Thank you very much for inviting me to speak today. As one of the coordinators of the IEARN Water is Life project, I have had the privilege of working with some very dedicated students from around the world who want to make a difference in protecting our environment. The students at St Mark's Senior Secondary Public School have played a significant role in this project. I have been very impressed with their dedication and action they have taken in working towards a better environment. I want to use this opportunity to discuss why it is important to protect our environment, how and why young people today can contribute to this, and how international collaboration can enhance their contribution. Can we move to the next slide? How important is it to protect the environment? It is vital that we all work to protect our environment. Our health, our happiness, and social justice all rely on a healthy environment. Our environment is fragile, and many things we do today are a threat to the environment. We know, for instance, the problems caused by plastics, and it is very difficult to phase out the use of plastics. In the project Water is Life, the issues of not having clean drinking water and the wasting of water is addressed by many students. If there is not available clean drinkable water, what happens to people's health? How do they live healthy lives? We can also look at air pollution, the destruction of forests, the animals that are threatened by extinction. All of these have a direct impact on the health and well-being of people. Happy, productive, and fair lives rely on a good environment. Next slide, please. Can I have the next slide, please? I'll just keep going. All aspects of the environment are interconnected, and the health of one aspect affects the health of many other parts of the environment. An example of this is bees. Bees are a very important part of our environment. They are essential to the maintaining a healthy, diverse environment. Through pollination of flowers and trees, they help maintain the biodiversity of that area. This is very important for the maintenance of many other species and the overall health of our environment. There are many activities undertaken by humans that threaten the existence of bees, and in some parts of the world, certain species of bees are dying out. Intensive agricultural practices and the clearing of land has led to lost habitat for bees. In many areas, the overuse of pesticides is affecting the bee population. Added to this is global warming and pollution. Bees are essential in maintaining a healthy environment and providing us with many of our food sources. This is one example of how the threat to a particular species can have a mushrooming effect on our environment. How and why? How can youth contribute, and why should youth contribute? The young people of today can contribute significantly to the protection of their environment. They can take action personally to lower their environmental footprints by many things, such as saving water and limiting their use of plastics, just to mention two. I'm sure the students here today can add many more things to this list. Youth today can raise awareness in their families and communities. A good example of this happened in the Water is Life project, when students from St Mark's made posters and went to their local market to inform their community about water wastage and the importance of a clean water supply. Another year, they created a display to inform the community about water and related issues. Another example of youth action is the students of St Thomas Apostle School, who created a website that detailed their commitment to the fight to reduce the impact of climate change, providing a good source of information on climate change and a place for youth to speak up and to have their voices heard. Youth of today are the learners and have the energy and the vision to make a difference. They are generally much more aware of protecting our environment than previous generations. They are the future of our planet, and through my working with students in projects, I am more confident that their understanding and action will lead to a better future for the environment. How can international collaboration help in this cause? Schools are fortunate today to have access to the technology and therefore the ability to work and share with their peers around the world, as can be seen by what's been happening in this summit so far. When we collaborate with schools in other countries or different schools in our own country, we gain a much broader understanding of the issues related to our environment and looking after it. We learn from each other. Going back to the Water is Life project again as an example, students in Uganda took action to clean up the water supply for their community, a supply which came via a pump and drains. It makes us aware the situation and issues can be very different in different countries. International collaboration can be very empowering. To know that we are supported and encouraged by people across the world gives us confidence, energy and courage to take action. We are validated in our work by our peers. We have an audience to share our ideas with who can make suggestions about our work. We are not alone in our efforts to make a difference and improve our environment. The picture you see there at the United Nations was all the schools were part of a project, did a joint presentation and one school in the USA made a presentation on their behalf to the United Nations. That shows how powerful collaboration can be. Collaboration shares ideas and creates new ways of doing things. I would like to conclude by saying again that I have every confidence in the youth of today to make a better future for us all. Your understanding of issues, willingness to take action, and to educate your family and communities is a sign that things are looking better for the future. Before I go, I'd like to congratulate the organisers and the presenters of this outstanding summit, and I'm sure it will have a long-lasting effect on all the participants and their communities. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Your views on environmental protection, roles of bees in the environment, and the need for international collaboration were very informative.
I would now like to request Abhav and Thriti to turn on their camera and mic to start a final activity of the day and the summit podcast show. Over to you.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the briefing session for Activity 5, the podcast show. This event is not just another activity, it's a platform to spark ideas, encourage collaboration, and raise awareness about a critical global issue building sustainable cities and communities, which is the focus of Sustainable Development Goal 11. The podcast show is an opportunity for students to voice their ideas, discuss meaningful solutions, and contribute to a sustainable and inclusive future. It celebrates creativity, teamwork, and innovation.
That's right, Dhriti. This activity gives students a chance to collaborate and create something truly impactful. Each team worked together to produce a 5-minute video podcast presenting their unique perspectives on SDG 11. These podcasts featured interviews with environmental experts and touched on important themes like sustainable urban planning, community well-being, and the need for green infrastructure. Before we proceed further, I'm delighted to introduce our esteemed panel of judges whose experience and passion for sustainability will provide invaluable insights as we evaluate the submissions.
It was an absolute privilege to have been judged by two accomplished individuals. Firstly, Miss Juliet from Brisbane, Australia. She is a creative writer and an advocate for the Sustainable Development Goals, renowned for using the power of storytelling to inspire meaningful action towards sustainability. Secondly, Ms. Nicola, the chairperson of the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia Green Coalition, USA. She is a trailblazer in environmental stewardship and a passionate promoter of green initiatives. Their expertise and guidance have undoubtedly enriched this event, and we are grateful for their time and commitment.
This initiative is more than just a competition. It's a space for young change makers to present innovative ideas, inspire their peers, and contribute solutions to one of the most urgent challenges we face today. Each podcast is a testament to the participants' dedication and their vision for a brighter future. The judging criteria for today's events are as follows: relevance to SDG 11, communication skills, quality of interview questions, team collaboration, and overall presentation. We would also like to thank our judges for their time and valuable insights, as well as the organizing team for their dedication in bringing this event to life. Now we will be showing some entries by the participating schools, and if they could share a screen.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jana. I'm your host, and this is my podcast, Green for the Win. So today we have a special guest with us. Her name is Sarah. She is an environmental expert who focuses on the impact of fast fashion on the environment. So could you start by explaining what fast fashion is and why it has become so popular?
So fast fashion refers to the rapid production of inexpensive clothing that reflects the latest trends from the runway and popular culture. The goal is to make fashion available to consumers quickly and at a low price. Retailers in the fast fashion industry are able to turn around new styles in matters of weeks with collection updates sometimes as often as every few days. So the reason fast fashion has become so popular is accessibility, trendiness, and affordability. The social influence of platforms like Instagram has helped make the fast fashion a dominant force in the global clothing market. However, the fast fashion industry has also faced increasing scrutiny for its environmental damage and exploitative labor practices, leading to growing calls for more sustainable alternatives.
So, what are some environmental consequences of fast fashion?
Fast fashion has several consequences. Some consequences of fast fashion are waste, water use, carbon emissions, microplastic, deforestation, and water pollution. For example, the dyeing and manufacturing of clothing often involve toxic chemicals that end up in rivers and oceans, polluting and destroying ecosystems and wildlife.
So, how does fast fashion affect our cities and our natural resources?
First, it creates a lot of waste. People buy cheap clothes often, wear them a few times, and then throw them away. Additionally, many fast fashion factories are located in cities, especially in developing countries. These factories release harmful chemicals into the air and water, degrading the environment and affecting health of people living nearby. Fast fashion also drives overcrowding because people often move to cities for factory jobs, leading to overpopulated areas where housing, healthcare, and basic services are stretched thin. This can lead to poor living conditions and increases urban poverty.
Could you explain how fast fashion contributes to waste and pollution in the environment?
Fast fashion creates a lot of waste because it leads to clothing piling up in landfills, many of which are made from synthetic materials that don't break down easily. It also causes pollution through toxic chemicals used in manufacturing, which can contaminate water, and microplastic from synthetic fabrics that end up in the ocean. Plus, the industry contributes to carbon emissions from shipping clothing around the world, adding to climate change.
So, for the final question, to sum it all up, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone who wants to make more sustainable fashion choices?
I would say choose quality over quantity. Invest in durable, timeless pieces you'll wear for years and prioritize secondhand and sustainably made items to reduce waste and environmental impact.
So, thank you. I think that's all for today. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Thank you, Sarah, for coming here today.
Thank you for having me.
And have a nice weekend, everybody. See you again on Monday.
Everyone. Today we are going to interview one of our country's most known environmental specialists, Meera Bagh. Hello, I'm really thankful to be here and inform our citizens about the environment. So, Dr. Meskin, what is renewable energy? Renewable energy is energy derived from natural sources that are replenished at a higher rate than they are consumed. Sunlight and wind, for example, are such sources that are constantly being replenished. Renewable energy sources are plentiful and all around us. Fossil fuels, coal, oil, and gas, on the other hand, are non-renewable resources that take hundreds of millions of years to form. Fossil fuels, when burned to produce energy, cause harmful greenhouse gas emissions, such as carbon dioxide. What is your opinion on our country's new renewable energy center? Our country's new renewable energy center provides consultancy, test, and demonstration facilities for renewable and electrical power use sectors. It assists the renewable energy and power industries in evolving technology systems and electrical networks to accommodate the changing characteristics of energy resources and usage, and also upholds tight industry standards for testing and certification. What do you think that our citizens can do to be more environmental? An easy way to start a more sustainable lifestyle is by avoiding or eliminating single-use plastics. Soda cans, paper products, and some plastics are recyclable through your city or your town. Be sure to research what your local recycling program is and follow those guidelines when disposing of products. Reducing your electricity use at home not only lowers your carbon emissions, it also saves you money. How can we increase the use of renewable energy? Renewable energy is the future of power generation, but it still has many faces and many challenges, and various words for adoption. One of the most effective ways to promote renewable energy is to create a supportive policy and revolutionary environments that favors its development and deployment. What are renewable energy sources? Solar energy is the most abundant of all energy resources and can even be harnessed in cloudy weather. The rate at which solar energy is intercepted by the Earth is about 10,000 times greater than the rate at which humankind consumes energy. Wind energy harnesses the kinetic energy of moving air by using large wind turbines located on our land or in sea or in fresh water. Geothermal energy utilizes the accessible thermal energy from the Earth's interior. Heat is extracted from geothermal reservoirs using wells of other means. Hydropower harnesses the energy from water moving higher to lower elevations. It can be generated from reservoirs and rivers. Bioenergy is produced from a variety of organic materials called biomasses, such as wood, charcoal, dung, or other marinades for heat and power production, and agricultural crops for liquid biofuels. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Thank you. Save the environment!
Hello everyone and welcome to Future Forward, the podcast show where we explore new ideas for a brighter future. I'm your host Berfin and today we are discussing about sustainable cities and communities. How can we make our cities thrive while protecting the environment? That's our topic today. And I'm with Cansu Ece Aksu, our environmental expert. Welcome, Cansu. How are you? It's so nice to see you.
It's also so nice to see you, Berfin. I'm really excited to be here with you and talk about this critical issue.
Yeah. So it's actually a crucial topic, really, especially nowadays. So I'm starting with my first question. It's a big question.
Okay.
What does sustainable communities and cities mean to you? Can you answer it?
So to me, sustainable cities, it's creating a place where people can live fulfilling lives while also protecting the nature. So sustainable cities provide people with clean energy, efficient transportation, green spaces, and also equal opportunities. So our communities live while having equal opportunities and they live in harmony. So it's basically living in harmony with nature and with all the other people and having a good life.
Yeah, so it's like balance, and that sounds like an ideal city, by the way. And we know it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, what are some of the biggest challenges cities face in achieving sustainability?
So I can count actually many problems that cities face, but one of the biggest problems is rapid urbanization. So our cities grow really fastly, which puts a big pressure on our resources, on our infrastructure and housing.
Yeah, for example, our city Istanbul is a great example for this rapid urbanization.
Yeah, we can see like many buildings, and that's a big
they're
problem.
increasing their numbers.
Yeah, and also for like one another problem, I can say pollution or waste management. We can count every single pollution type here. It does not matter. It's a big problem that cities face. And the effects of climate change also complicate every single challenge that we face. So I would say these are the biggest problems. But I believe that if we rethink about these issues, we can create actually better solutions to live a better life in the future.
Yeah, it actually starts with all of us.
Yeah.
So, but what about communities? How can they get involved in making their cities more sustainable?
So communities can contribute in many ways, actually. This is not about changing one single thing and creating an effect. So every single person in the society should change simple things in their lives to create an effect about this, to this issue. So I would recommend, instead of using their private cars, they could use public transportation, or instead of buying harmful deodorants or perfumes, they could choose to buy options that are not harmful to our atmosphere or the environment.
Yeah, like roll-ons or taking shower more often.
Yeah,
these are some
definitely.
choices.
And especially students can make a big change about this issue as well, because they are young and they are the future of our world. So they could do projects, They could start recycling programs and raise awareness among their classmates and among their friends, which could be really helpful actually.
Among society, streets, everywhere.
Yeah, and
it's possible.
Yeah. And governments can also organize some local events where they plant trees or where they clean up the nature. So everyone can actually contribute if they want to.
Yeah, you're right. So here's my last question. We're getting closer to the end of our episode. What is one piece of advice you would give to our listeners who want to create a more sustainable city or a community?
Okay, one advice. I would say start simple but think big. So we cannot just snap our fingers and change everything or change this issue or something. This is all about taking a step. So I would say to everyone, to all the students, all the young people, all the adults and everyone, just go out there, at least take a step and encourage others to also change something so that we can unite and we can create something in harmony.
Yeah, that's a great advice, Jens. Thank you. Also, thank you for joining us today and sharing your insights with us.
Yeah, I also want to thank you, Backlund. It was such an inspiring conversation.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, our listeners, for joining us on Future Forward. Remember, all together we can create a better and a brighter future. So until our next episode, stay inspired and keep taking action. See you.
Good morning and welcome to SMS Aga Khan Studios. I am Sira Safraz and today Azan bin Shoaib, an environmental specialist with over 6 years of experience, is joining us to talk about climate change. Thank you so much, Azan, for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
We all know that climate change is a very pressing issue of the time. So what do you think are some of the major factors that contribute to global warming?
Well, the major factors contributing to global warming are greenhouse gas emissions. They are mostly carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. They are mostly released by the burning of fossil fuels for energy, transportation, and industrial activities. Deforestation also plays a significant role because trees absorb CO2, and when they are cut, this capacity reduces.
We have all heard about the importance of reducing carbon emissions, but the process is still very, very slow. Why do you think that is?
That's a great question. One of the biggest challenges faced today is a deep integration of fossil fuels into world economies. Transitioning to renewable energies will require a huge infrastructure investment and a shift in policy and public behavior. Additionally, there is still some resistance from industries which are benefiting from status quo and still political obstacles. But change is possible with strong leadership and effective communication between the government and from the public side.
Okay, and what do you think the role an individual plays in addressing the issue of climate change? And do you think that a single individual can really make that big of a change?
Absolutely. While systemic changes are crucial, individual efforts can also make a significant impact. Reducing waste, conserving energy, and using public transportation all add up. Moreover, the consumer demand can also influence the market. If people buy more sustainable products, businesses will adapt. Smaller actions can create a huge ripple effect when combined with broader societal effort.
Thank you so much, Azan, for joining us today and shedding a light on this very important subject of climate change. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you for having me. Time for action is now, and every step counts. We all have a part to play.
That is really very important. So that was a wrap. Thank you so much for tuning in with our podcast. I hope you love it, and we'll meet again very soon in our upcoming discussions.
We must also take a moment to recognize the incredible effort, thought, and creativity displayed by all the participating teams. Each submission reflects not only your hard work, but also a deep understanding of the themes of SDG 11 and a genuine desire to contribute to a sustainable world.
Thank you all for being a part of this incredible journey. Your ideas and efforts have the power to inspire change, and we're excited to see the impact you will continue to make. If you have any questions or feedback, please don't hesitate to reach out to the organizing team. Together, let's work towards a future where sustainable cities and communities thrive.
Thank you for showcasing those amazing podcast videos.
Now we will take a moment to finalize the results. Stay tuned because the best is yet to come.
इनको मत पढ़ इनका क्या करना अच्छा ये पढ़ रही मुझे लगा इनकी चैट पढ़ रही कुछ सुन नहीं रहा मुझे
As we are compiling the results, we would like to thank our participating schools for the constant support and attention. Our team has prepared a video which we would like to showcase. Now, it's time to shine a spotlight on the incredible team that worked tirelessly behind the scenes to make this event a success. From coordinating schedules, managing presentations, and ensuring everything ran smoothly, our organizing committee has been the true backbone of this summit. Their dedication, hard work, and passion are what brought this vision to life. We would like to meet all our incredible organizing committee.
Yeah, yeah. That's the way every day goes. Every time we've no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Nod my head, don't close my eyes. Halfway on the slow move. It's the same way you showed me. If you could fly, then you'd feel south. Up north's getting cold soon. The way it is, we're on land. So I'm someone to hold true. Keep you cool when it's still alive. Won't let you down when it's all ruined. Just the same way you showed me. Showed me. You showed
The moment we've all been waiting for has finally arrived. After 2 days of incredible presentations and inspiring ideas, it's time to announce the results. For Activity 1, the Merit Award goes to Kabatas Erkek School from Turkey.
Now the special mention, Zukovsky School number 3, Russia. The third prize goes to Gaziantep College Foundation, Semil Alevli Private High School, Turkey.
The second position is the Gymnasium Fridlintnad Ostravici from Czech Republic.
And there's another one. The first prize
goes to.
We also have the second prize for Gymnasia Tui, Slovenia. And the first prize goes to St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, India. Congratulations to all the winners.
For activity 2, the third position goes to Konos Waldorf School, Lithuania. And
Czech Republic, Gymnasia Maribor, Slovenia. The first prize goes to St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, India.
Congratulations, everyone.
The third for activity 3, the special mention goes to St. Thomas the Apostle School, USA. The merit award goes to Gaziantep College Vakfi, Turkey. The merit award goes to St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, India.
The third position goes to Etkin College, Turkey. The second position goes to Konos Waldorf School, Lithuania. And the first position goes to Kabatas Erkek High School, Turkey. Congratulations, everyone.
For the fourth activity, the merit award goes to Gaziantep College Vakfi, Turkey. The third prize goes to Sekolah Seri Poteri Cyberjaya, Malaysia. The participants from Sekolah Seri Poteri had presented very well, but because of the exceeded time limit, they dropped down the leaderboard and secured the third position.
The second position goes to St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, India. And the first position goes to Kabatas Erkek, Turkey. Congratulations, everyone.
For activity 5, the merit award goes to Gymnasia Tui, Slovenia. The second merit award goes to St. Mark's Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh, India. Another merit award goes to Sultan Muhammad Shah Aga Khan School, Pakistan.
The third award goes to Gaziantep College Private Schools, Turkey. The second position goes to Kabatas Erkek High School, Turkey. And the first position goes to Konos Waldorf School, Lithuania. Congratulations, everyone. You've done a great job.
Now we have Miss Aina, one of our teachers. Ms. Ritika, you can ask.
Where is Aina?
Now we have our principal, Ms. Ritika Anand, joining us to give the closing remarks. All of us are requested to be there in the meeting. Ma'am is facing a technical glitch on her side. We kindly wait for a minute.
Am I audible now? Am I
Yes, ma'am, you're
audible?
audible. Yes, ma'am.
Great, 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 great. So thank you so much. I think 2 days of being in the Earth Stewardship Summit has opened all our eyes to so many beautiful revelations about our Mother Earth. And actually, it was a reflection on something that we all have so much creativity inside
Excuse me,
us.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, your camera is not turned on.
Just a second, just a second. But I have switched on my camera beta. I think, can you hear me? Otherwise,
Now you're visible, ma'am.
can you? I think I'll just speak even if you can't see me. So I was just saying that it is
Now
a
we can see you,
revelation to
ma'am.
each. Great. So I was saying it's a revelation. We all know that there is a creative side which resides in each one of us, and we've got an opportunity to showcase our talent to each other and talking about such burning issues which every country, every person residing on Mother Earth is facing. So at this juncture, I would like to congratulate the organizing team, the teachers, Ms. Geeta Rajan, Ms. Rashmi Kohli, Ms. Ashurit, Ms. Aina, and the whole team of students who have worked day in and day night for putting this up together. And I have to thank all the participating schools who took out time from their schedules. They stood by this idea. They participated, created videos, wrote research papers, created podcasts, and they did an amazing job. Thank you, everybody. And not to miss, I have to congratulate all the winners. Although participating is as good as winning, but I'm sure you put in that extra effort to win accolades in this competition. So congratulating each and every one of you, sending lots and lots of love from India. God bless. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
As we come to the end of Earth Stewardship Summit 2024, it's truly been an inspiring journey. Over the past 2 days, we've witnessed brilliant ideas, creative solutions, and passionate efforts toward a sustainable future. A heartfelt thank you to all the participants, mentors, and organizers who made this summit a success. Let's carry forward the spirit of stewardship and make sustainability not just a goal, but a way of life.
Thank you, everyone, for being a part of this incredible experience. Until we meet again, let's continue to nurture our earth and inspire change. Have a great day ahead.